graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening to everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium. We're on the grounds of Collinsville High School. Time for a little Kahok football, final regular season home game of the year, and it is homecoming night here tonight. With the parade yesterday and the big dance coming up tomorrow, we're about ready for a little homecoming high school football as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Wildcats of Marion High School. And once again, a good evening, everyone. My name is Todd Duke. Welcome into the pregame show brought to you tonight by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food and great drinks, great service, all served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville. You can give them a call for carry-out orders. LC's Pub, 618-855-9007. Well, the Kahawks come into this contest 3-3 on the year under their fourth-year head coach Colton Rhodes, who has with him now a record of 26-12. Marion, they are 4-2. Their head coach is Jason Dunning. He is in his second year in that position and has a record coming into this contest of 8-7. Well, the Kahawks are looking to rebound after their 54-14 loss at number 1 ranked Class 1A team Altoff Catholic High School last Friday. It was the most lopsided loss for Collinsville since a 58-6 loss at Alton in week number 3 of the 2019 season. Altoff went up 14-0 on back-to-back touchdown drives to the Crusaders in their first 2 possessions. Collinsville then made it 14-7 after the Kahawks scored on a trick play. Quarterback Chase Reynolds threw a sideline pass behind the line of scrimmage to Zach Priest, who then found a wide-open Amari Rogers-Parrott at midfield, and Rogers-Parrott took care of the rest in a 79-yard touchdown play, but that would be as close as Collinsville would get to the lead after 5 more unanswered touchdowns by Altoff as the Crusaders built a 48-7 lead before Collinsville scored their only other touchdown, a 9-yard pass from Reynolds to Devin Habermill to make it 48-14 after the third quarter. And the Crusaders would add a fourth quarter touchdown for the 54-14 final. Oregon Ducks recruit De'Aaron Hill Jr. picked up 91 yards. That's the least amount of yards gained versus any team this year. He did that on 17 carries, and he had 1 running touchdown. Sophomore quarterback, however, Jaden English, ended up throwing for 330 yards and threw 6 touchdown passes in that Althoff win. Marion came out of the gates on fire to begin the 2024 season by outscoring their first 2 opponents 93-21 in a week number 1 42-21 win versus Heron and a 51-0 win at Granite City in week number 2. The next 2 weeks saw a little bit more of the same with a 37-34 win at Mount Vernon and a 51-6 home win over Lighthouse Christian High School, and that school is out of Springfield, Missouri. In the first 4 games, Marion outscored their opponents 181-61, but things haven't been so rosy for Marion since those first 4 games. The Wildcats lost in week number 5, 28-6 at Cahokia, and then followed that up with a 35-13 home loss versus Centralia last week. So, both Collinsville and Marion have beaten Granite City in shutouts. Marion beat Mount Vernon while Collinsville lost to the Rams, but Collinsville beat Centralia while the Wildcats lost to the Orphans. So you can figure all that stuff out the way you want to. Had a chance a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Colton Rhodes. We'll pass along that conversation to you next as the LC's Pub pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Caseyville VFW Post 1117 Auxiliary supports the VFW with post projects and fundraiser events. The Caseyville VFW Auxiliary also provides donations and sponsorship for Veterans in Need, Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, the Caseyville Food Pantry, outreach programs, summer lunches for students in the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and now the Kahok Sports Network. Plus, sponsoring CHS programs like band, theater, and sports. If you would like to provide support or join the Caseyville VFW Auxiliary, contact the Caseyville VFW Post 1117 at 618-344-9878. Is it finally time to start doing what you've been talking about doing for years? Start making those plans right now and let Northwestern Mutual help you plan your future. Former Kahok Joe Philpott can help you get started with that plan today. Joel Philpott, a financial advisor with Northwestern Mutual, can help build a plan specifically for you with a wide range of financial options and the flexibility to change that plan as your priorities change. To get started on your future, give Joel Philpott a call today at Northwestern Mutual's Fairview Heights office at 618-606-2022. Spend your life living with Northwestern Mutual. Call Joel Philpott today, 618-606-2022. Want to catch some of the best live music in Collinsville from a band of all Collinsville area residents? Look no further than Sonically Pleasing. Sonically Pleasing with former Kahok Logan Carlisle, his dad Tim, along with Caleb Tanzius, play some of the best rock and roll hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. You can catch Sonically Pleasing at some of the area's finest venues, as well as book Sonically Pleasing for your private event or party. To put some music in your life, it's Sonically Pleasing. Check out Sonically Pleasing's Facebook page for upcoming live show dates and to book them for your special event or to call to book that event at 618-401-0052. Pleasing live rock music for your ears. Sonically Pleasing, 618-401-0052. Looking for someone to help get your house in tip-top shape? Look no further than former Kahok Kara Gray with Clean Living Cleaning Services. From bathrooms to kitchens to garages to bedrooms and even commercial spaces, Clean Living is your place to go. Clean Living guarantees expert-level work done by expert-level cleaners. No matter how much grit, how much grime, let Clean Living shine. For more information, check out the Clean Living Cleaning Services on Facebook or call 618-979-9634.
A clean space is a happy place. Clean Living Cleaning Services, 618-979-9634.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collinsville.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than Elsie's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, Elsie's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. Elsie's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. Elsie's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And Elsie's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. Elsie's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at Elsie's Pub. Elsie's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Final regular season football game of the year. It's homecoming as the Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Wildcats of Marion High School. And joining us now is Collinsville fourth-year head coach Colton Rhodes. Coach, let's start off with a opinion question. Private schools that can recruit versus public schools that can't. Fair? Unfair? Doesn't matter.
I would probably lean towards the unfair, but also, they're on our schedule. We're going to play them to the best of our abilities, and, it kind of is what it is after that. Do I love playing private schools? Not always, but then again, you put us on the football field between the lines against anybody, and I'm ready for a challenge.
All right, so let's talk about last week's challenge. 54-14 loss at Altoff, number one team in Class 1A according to the AP poll, and they showed every bit as to why they are ranked number one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they did a great job, and we knew going into the game we were going to need a good game by our guys and, things to kind of bounce and go our way, and we didn't play a great game and definitely didn't get the things to go our way that we were hoping for. So it was a tough one last Friday, but we're going to grow from that and look to improve here this week.
All right, silver lining in that contest is that it was game number 6 for you and for Altoff, and you guys held Dier Hill Jr. to the lowest total rushing yards that he's had so far this year.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we did a really good job of rallying to the football there. I know he got a little jet sweep that he took around the edge, and that counted for some passing yards there. But I thought we did a good job of rallying to the football and containing him. We just didn't contain everybody else was the problem. But that's okay. That was last week, and we're ready to show what we can do this week too.
Well, I mean, we talked about it in the pregame show last week, man. You can, concentrate all you want to on Hill, and that's going to open things up for their quarterback, and that kind of seems what happened.
Yeah, and we didn't cover all that well that game, and they still have some pretty good receivers on their team too. So it's not like we couldn't put all 11 guys on one guy and leave the other 5 guys that he can throw to wide open. So it was just kind of pick your poison, and we tried to pick our poison with stopping number 10, and it worked a little bit. And I thought if we could have really gotten a stop there on that first drive, we were close multiple times that the game would have really changed. But we were, football's a game of inches, they say, and we missed it by an inch or two twice there. So.
All right, so besides holding Hill to under 100 yards, anything from your point of view as far as positive aspects of that game are concerned?
I think, like I said, I thought we rallied to the football pretty well, and we fought hard all game, even when the score got a little bit of a bigger difference there towards the end. But I think our kids still showed some resiliency in them, and I'm proud of the way we continue to fight and claw at that game. Other than that, I mean, it hurts that we lost Michael Tongay last game for at least a couple weeks here, but I think the kids played their best, and we're ready to bounce back tonight.
All right, so we talked about also in last pregame show. Getting ready for that game, that there's a lot of worries about Altoff offensively, but man, they proved their worth on the defensive side of the ball, didn't they?
Yeah, and I mean, we just kept the same things that we've always talked about all year, just getting behind the chains. We struggled with. We were, instead of getting downhill on our runs, we kind of tried to bounce it too often and get clogged up. But they sold out to stop the run and tried to make us throw it on them, which I kind of figured they would. And we were successful sometimes. And then when we weren't successful, that's when it really hurt us. And then just little things like a bad snap on a punt just leads to another quick score. It's just all those little things that we're trying to work so hard to correct, and they all came to kind of bite us all at once there against Althoff.
All right, so the trick play, that's always fun to watch, man. You guys pulled out that trick play against Maine West in last year's playoff win in Chicago. 79 yards, Reynolds to Priest to Amari Rogers pair. Tell me a little bit about that play.
Yeah, so that's one we've been working on all season, just trying to wait for the right time to pull it out. And we got a big stop there on defense, so we were down 14-0, and we got a big stop. So we were like, let's try and make a splash play here and see if we can get some of that momentum back. And it worked out really well. They sent that corner in aggressively after Priest because they were, aggressively attacking the football all night. So it just worked out really, really well for us. And we, took that score 14-7, kind of felt good about ourselves, but we just couldn't capitalize on that momentum and keep it going after that. So, I mean, I don't mind running a trick play. We've got a couple in our sleeves. So, but that one was good. I was glad to work so hard on it and finally use it in a game, and it worked to perfection, basically.
All right, give us a health update. You mentioned, and when you texted me the starters for today, I noticed right off the bat that Tongay wasn't in there. You lost Neighbors the week before that, so give us kind of a health update on your team.
Yeah, so Neighbors he's got an MRI, and I think he got it today, so I don't know any results yet. So I'm not expecting him to be able to play this year. And then Tongay is going to be out for sure this week, probably next week. We're going to hope for week 9, but it may be even week 10 if we get to week 10 where we'll get him back. Other than that, Montre Cruz got a little bum wrist, but for the most part, we're still pretty healthy as a team as a whole, except for minus Neighbors and Tongay there with their knee issues. But it's week 7 in a football season. You got to kind of fight that battle of attrition a little bit, and it's kind of coming back to us right now. But that's what high school football is all about. It's battling that adversity, and we're gonna do that.
Tell us what you've been focusing on the practice field this week.
Actually, practice has been really, really great this week. So we've just had great energy. We've been moving around, high intensity all week. So it feels good. Like I feel like our guys are ready to bounce back, and they didn't like that loss on last Friday, and they're ready to kind of make up for it this week. So this week's practice went really well. We focused on just doing all those little things and continuing to work on our pass coverage a lot, obviously. Just all fixing up, trying to tune up all our mistakes from this season so far.
All right, so you have Marion here tonight. You guys handled business last year against them 57-0 at their place. This is a different year. So looking at the game tape, what have you noticed about Marion that you could use to your advantage this year?
Absolutely. They were really banged up last year when we played them, so we caught them playing a bunch of young guys. So that's kind of the reason behind that lopsided score last year. So I know that score's most likely not going to happen again this year. They're a pretty good team. I think they're sitting at 4-2 if I recall correctly, and they've had some really good wins. They beat Mount Vernon. So they beat a team that we've lost to. So it's obviously something that we're not coming in this game taking it lightly. It's homecoming week. That brings on added pressure for our guys, and different schedule. We didn't have school today, so it's just there's a lot of different things that are going on in these high school players' heads all day today. So we're focused on stopping them. They can run it, they can throw it. Quarterback's pretty good on the move. He's not I wouldn't say he's a running quarterback, but they like to roll him out, move the pocket well with him, and he does a good job throwing on the run. And then defensively, they mix it up. They'll play a 3 front sometimes they'll play a 4 front. So it's just all making sure we're following our rules on the offensive line, knowing who to block, when to block them, and just getting those things done. So they're not doing anything super crazy. They do run a little swinging gate formation here and there that we're hopefully prepared for as best we can be, as little as we've seen it on film. But it's Marion, and they're ready to come up and try and get a revenge win against us on our homecoming, because that's what we did last year. So we're going to come out prepared.
All right, so tell me about what the Kahawks plan is. How do you win this game tonight?
We're going to do all those little things right. We're going to, do a good job with keeping the penalties down tonight, like I thought we have been doing a better job the past couple weeks, even though we lost last week still. But, if we can run the football, score points, and keep them out of the end zone, that's the goal here tonight. So we're going to change a couple things up, but for the most part, we're just going to continue to try and play our game, our brand of football, and hopefully bring home a win on homecoming night.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
No problem. Thank you.
That is Colton Rhodes, your Collinsville Kahok football head coach. We'll take a break here on the LC's Pub pregame show. When we come back, we'll throw some starters at you and some stats. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahawk Sports Network, as well as the Kahawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the four-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. Hey, once again, we welcome you back here to Kahawk Stadium on the campus of Collinsville High School. My name is Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey will be joining us in just a little while. While we were away, Collinsville won the coin toss, but they deferred, so Marion will be getting the ball first once this game gets underway. So here are your starters on defense for your Collinsville Kahawks. We'll give you the offensive starters when the offense takes the field. On defense, the three down linemen. Number 72, Ja'Cory York, 5'11", 275-pound sophomore. Defensive lineman number 2 is number 8, Adam Frazier. He stands at 6 foot even, 205 pounds. And the third lineman is number 90, Aiden Jordan, 6'4", 190-pound senior. Your linebacking core, John Thomas, 5'9", 170-pound junior. He wears number 4. Wearing number 9, Big Dozer, Devin Habermill, 6'2", 235-pound senior. Logan Odell, linebacker, who wears number 7. He is a 6'2", 220-pound junior. He'll be taking the place of Michael Tongay, who is not dressed out tonight for this contest. And your fourth linebacker is Rome Richardson, 6'2", 160-pound senior, wears number 32 on his jersey. 4 defensive backs, number 20, Zach Priest, 5'10", 150-pound senior. Number 3, Romel Bollinger, 5'10", 160-pound senior. Chase Reynolds, number 1, 5'11", 180-pound senior. He was the featured
Senior Throwback Player of the Week here for week number 7 for your Collinsville Kahawks. And number 85, Loyal Patterson, 5'10", 150-pound junior. So no Michael Tongay tonight. That means it's going to be up to Devin Habermill and Rome Richardson. And Michael Tongay, those three are your top 3 tacklers on the year for Collinsville. In total tackles, Tongay leads the team with 62. He is tied with Rome Richardson for number 2 in solo tackles with 16. And the leader in the solo tackle department is Devin Habermill with 18 tackles on the year. A couple of sacks and an interception. As far as the Collinsville defense is concerned, they have 10 quarterback sacks, 2 fumbles recovered, and they have picked off 5 balls this year in the passing department. On the offensive side of things for Marion, Callahan Roper, is their quarterback. He wears number 2 on his jersey. He's completed 94 of 150 passes. Good for about 63%, 1,061 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, which gives him a quarterback rating of 97.1. His leading receiver is Max Wade, who will be wearing number 4. He has caught 10 passes on the year for 200 yards and 5 touchdowns, and of course that averages out to about 20 yards per catch. And the lead running back, some of this purple smoke has made it up here to the press box, and it's kind of choking me out a little bit here. Ryan Colon, who wears number 5 on his jersey. He has ran the ball 60 times for the Wildcats this year. 310 yards, 7 touchdowns. He averages 5.2 yards per carry. Chase Niemeyer right behind him. Number 9 has 56 carries for 309 yards and 4 touchdowns, and he has an average of 5.5. One more commercial break coming your way, and when we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff here in the homecoming contest between Collinsville and Marion, and that'll be heading your way in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Celebrate the life of your loved one should be as special as the person they represent. That's why you will always find the staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville ready to go the extra mile to meet the needs of you and your family during those times. For over 100 years, Her Funeral Home has been there for Collinsville and the surrounding communities. Of the many arrangements made after losing a loved one, the first is the selection of a funeral home. The staff at Her Funeral Home in Collinsville can help with that planning. Call Her Funeral Home in Collinsville at 618-344-0187. Her Funeral Home, serving Collinsville families for over 100 years. 618-344-0187. Got questions about Medicare? If you're approaching the age of 65, the answer to that question is a resounding yes. Bill Holton is a former Collinsville Raider and Kahok football player and is now an independent broker with Senior Health Plans, and he can answer all of those tough questions when it comes to Medicare. Which plan, which part, what's covered, and what's not. If you're approaching the age of Medicare and need those questions answered, let Bill Holton get you those answers. Bill Holton with Senior Health Plans. Call him today at 618-978-2306 or email Bill Holton at william.holton@yahoo.com. Looking for a new place to catch the game with cold drinks and great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahawk games and all the pro sports across the spectrum, plus all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332.
And once again, we welcome you back here to Kahawk Stadium, just about ready to go. Collinsville will be out there in their all-purple uniforms with a little pink scattered around. This is the unofficial pink out game. And Matt Reynolds is due to kick things off, and back deep, Max Wade on the near side, and Max Wade is going to catch this one at the 15-yard line. He brings the ball forward across the 20 and the 30 and finally gets ran out of bounds at about the 32-yard line, and that is where the Marion Wildcats will begin their drive as we welcome in Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. How are you, sir?
I was here on time, I promise.
Oh, you're fashionably late as always, man.
I got ambushed on the way up. Thanks for having me back in the booth. What a beautiful homecoming night here at Kahawk Stadium.
Yeah, no doubt. It was nice and warm today, about 84 for the high. Supposed to be up close to 90 tomorrow. And then another cold front will move through, and we're going to get a little chilly next week. We'll wake up in the morning to temperatures in the 40s to start with, and then in the 30s by midweek. That's cold.
Perfect football weather tonight, that's for sure.
All right, here's a handoff, goes right up the middle, and that is Ryan Colon, who takes the first carry. He'll get about 3 yards on the play, and that's the way the Marion Wildcats will begin. They are moving from left to right on your screen, wearing the yellow trousers and the white jerseys. Numbers on the fronts and the backs are in black, and they have the black helmets on with a little gold M on the side for their logo. Collinsville, as I mentioned, all in purple, numbers in whites. Helmets also purple, and they have the Kahawks name written across the tops of them. So second down and about 7 to go here for Marion. Split backs on either side of Roper, and Roper's going to hand the ball off again to Cologne. Cologne does a little end around over there on the left side, and he'll get close to a first down. Looks like he's going to be maybe 2 yards short, and that'll bring up third down and short for Marion.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Collinsville's defense adapts this week with our inside linebacker Michael Tange out. We had some good penetration there. John Thomas almost had a stop in the backfield, but the back was able to get over the edge.
So third down and 2. Cologne on one side, Niemeyer on the other. One of the receivers comes into motion. Hands off is going to go up the middle and off to the left tackle, and it's going to be a big gain for Cologne deep into Collinsville territory. He'll get ran out of bounds at the Kahok 33-yard line.
Yeah, Collinsville, we were just talking about the linebackers. We had a stunt going on the inside, and Marion ran off tackle, and that run was just wide open once he got past the first level.
Marion doesn't waste any time getting going here as they are looking at a brand new set of downs from their Collinsville 33-yard line. This handoff will go right up the middle, and a little bit of success there. I believe that is Blake Winters, who came in with 8 carries, 62 yards, 1 touchdown, and he'll pick up about 4 on the play, so they'll bring up a second down and 6.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to see a lot of what we saw against Mount Vernon, a lot of misdirection, a lot of pulling tackles. So our interior and our interior backs are going to have to really do a good job of standing Marion's offense up.
Deep single back eye, that's Ryan Cologne, and once again Roper in shotgun. Takes a high snap, hands the ball off. This one actually goes to Niemeyer. Niemeyer is gone for a touchdown, a 29-yard touchdown, and Marion strikes first. There will be no shutout of the Wildcats this year.
No, that ball went right up the gut, and again Marion pulled a guard, sealed our linebacker, and that running back was off to the races. Handed off from Callahan Roper. Fun fact, Callahan Roper's father was my junior high baseball coach. So if anybody's listening down there in Marion, shout out to Tommy Roper, one of my favorite baseball coaches of all time.
Looks like they are going to go for 2, empty backfield. Now they're going to switch things up and probably go for a run. It's going to be offside against Collinsville. So
lined up offsides, my
yeah.
goodness. With all that shifting going on, you thought there'd be an illegal shift, but Collinsville's lined up in the neutral zone or offsides.
So I think, I don't know if they were going to go for it.
Now they probably will go for 2.
Yeah, I think they were actually changing the formation to kick the ball, but now they're going to go for the 2-point conversion with the ball on the 2-yard line. So Roper and company back out there once again, trying to make this a 8-0 game. Right now it stands at 6-0, and Niemeyer stands over the right shoulder of Roper as the running back. And the snap and the handoff will go to Roper, and Roper will get stood up. Still on the move, though, and trying to get in, but he can't. And the missed 2-point conversion will keep the game right where it is at 6-0 in favor of Marion. So Collinsville already behind the 8 ball as they are due to get the ball back on their next possession right after we come back from this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is one of the area's longest-running VFW posts. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is your place to meet and join other area veterans. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville offers all kinds of activities to help our veterans, as well as engaging the public with fun, food, fellowship, and a great time for great causes. Blood drives, fundraisers, raffles, and a Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday night. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville has event space for your parties, celebrations, and other get-togethers. For more information, check out the VFW Post 1117's Facebook page or call the Caseyville VFW at 618-344-9878.
Matt Reynolds and Loyal Patterson are back deep for Collinsville as they await this kickoff that is going to come from Sam Atkins, 6'2", 170-pound junior. And Atkins will boot it, and he'll boot a high spinning ball that's going to be caught at the 5-yard line by Matt Reynolds. Reynolds cuts to his right but doesn't get very far. After that, he got swarmed upon by a couple of guys, so Collinsville will begin their first possession, 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. 9:59 left to play here in this opening quarter, and the Kahawks already down 6-0 here on homecoming night. Last year, Collinsville went to Marion on their homecoming night and promptly smacked the Wildcats around to the tune of 57-0. And in that contest, Darren Pinnell had a nice game against Marion at Marion last year, and McIntyre did as well. Pinnell went 17 of 21, 303 yards, couple of touchdown passes, and here is a run right off the bat that is not going to go very far. They might get a half a yard out of it after the initial contact was made at the line of scrimmage, and that ball ran by Parrott, or what? Frazier, what? Oh, I didn't see that. Anyway, Pinnell, 17 of 21, 303 yards, couple of touchdowns. Ryan McIntyre ran the ball 9 times for 38 yards and had 2 touchdowns. Pinnell also ran the ball 6 times for 55 yards and had a couple of more touchdowns on the ground. And his TD passes went to Chase Reynolds for 25 yards, KJ Thorpe-Swat for 82 yards. Collinsville ended up scoring 21 points in the first and the second quarters, and they led 42-0 at halftime of that game. But things are going to be a little different this go-round. As you heard Coach Rhodes mention during the pregame interview, Marion was banged up last year at this point in the season, so they were missing some key pieces, but not so much this year, and they are already out to a 6-0 lead, and they had nothing but run on that first series. 9:25 left to play here in this opening quarter. Collinsville got a yard on that first run, and the Kahawks now looking at 2nd down and 9 after they come back from this timeout. So Marion already uses a quick timeout here. And they come back from the timeout. Chase Reynolds is in shotgun all by himself. 2 wide receivers on both sides of this formation. Empty backfield. Habermill remains the tight end over on the right side, and Reynolds going to tuck it and run, and he's going to have some success. He is going to pick up a first down and just a little bit more across the 30-yard line to about the 31, 30 and a half it will be, and it'll be a fresh set of downs for Collinsville.
Yeah, that was a great RPO call by Collinsville staff. We spread out Marion. Chase was looking to see if any receivers were open. They were well covered, which means the second level is going to be back. It just opened things up for Chase for a nice first down.
Collinsville trying to lick the wounds after last week's 54-14 loss against number 1 ranked Class 1A team in the Altoff Crusaders. Trying to forget about that and move on. Here is another keeper by Reynolds. Reynolds will dodge a tackle off to the left, and then he'll get pushed forward by some teammates and drag a couple of guys with him, so that'll be a pickup of 7. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 3.
Well, Chase Reynolds' legs are going to be very valuable in this game, especially with some guys out. And Chase is just a great athlete all around. Hey, last week we did hold De'Air Hill to under 100 yards.
Yeah, 91 yards, the lowest amount of yards he's got this year.
Something to be said for that.
Yeah, only 1 running touchdown. Unfortunately, he had a couple of passing touchdowns as well as their sophomore quarterback
went off 350 through the air.
330 yards through the air for the sophomore quarterback, man, and 6 passing touchdowns. Here is Reynolds rolling now. He steps up, still rolling out to his right, takes the throw, and that one is almost intercepted. Boy, that was swatted down by Aiden Pickles, the 6'3", 200-pound junior, and if he wouldn't have swatted that ball, he could have caught that ball.
If you're going to put that ball in there, you got to put zip on it.
Yep.
Chase just kind of floated it out there, and you can't do that with fast linebackers, so we got away with one there.
Yeah, hard to put zip on the ball when you're running, though, too, so that's the other problem.
It's easy to say it from up here, Todd.
Sure. Everything looks easy from up here.
Looks great, doesn't it?
8:13, the clock stopped after the incomplete pass, so 3rd down and 3 here for Collinsville from their own 38-yard line.
Like last year when De'Air was running the ball, our parents says, why don't our guys just tackle him? I said, well.
Yeah, easier said than done.
Looks easy.
Matt Reynolds in motion, settles in at the slot, but Reynolds is going to keep the ball again, and he does a little skip dump and gets loose and up to midfield. Another first down for Collinsville. I promise you we give you some offensive starters here when Collinsville got the ball. So Chase Reynolds, the 5'11", 180-pound senior quarterback, Rome Richardson, the running back, 6'2", 160 pounds, 3 wide receivers, Amari Rogers-Parrott, Matt Reynolds, and Loyal Patterson. And we told you about Devin Habermill as the tight end. We'll give you the line here in just a moment. Somebody jumped, and it looks like it might be offsides against Marion. And nope, false start against Collinsville. Your offensive front 5, your left tackle is Caleb Patton, the 6', 310-pound junior. Ellis Kircher, the 6'1", 300-pound senior. Caden Hearn is the center, 6'1", 280-pound senior. On the right side, Zach Howe is the guard, 5'10", 230-pound senior. And Jack Shepard is the right tackle at 6'2", and 290 pounds, and he is also a senior. Reynolds in shotgun once again, 56 of 109 on the year, 465 yards, 4 touchdowns, couple of interceptions, quarterback rating of 76.8%. Throws the ball up to midfield, back at the line of scrimmage to Loyal Patterson. I think Patterson lost a yard.
Yeah, we tried to, well, he gained 4, but
Yeah,
because we had the penalty.
that's true.
So, yes, we still have 11 to go, but he gained 4. We tried to get the ball to Patterson out in open space and let him do his thing, but the cornerback closed really quickly on Patterson, made a nice open field tackle.
Chase Reynolds, the leading rusher for Collinsville as well, 74 carries, 676 yards, 6 touchdowns, averages 9.1 yards per carry, and he's picked up a couple of nice long ones here tonight so far. He's going to run the ball again, tries to roll around to the outside, slips out of one tackle, but won't slip out of the final tackle put on by Evan Francis, a 6', 225-pound junior.
Yeah, you can bet that Marion's linebackers are going to start keying on Chase, so he's going to have to start finding some open receivers to keep those guys honest, because right now if they think he's just going to run the ball, they're going to abandon their receivers and just come down on him.
Mario Rogers Parrott is the leading receiver for Collinsville, 21 catches on the year for 200 yards and 1 touchdown. As Collinsville breaks huddle, looking at a 3rd down and 9 from the opponent's 49-yard line.
Big 3rd down here for Collinsville.
Rome Richardson on the left side, but Reynolds is going to go back to pass. He's got some time in the backfield, and he throws the ball, and again, swatted away on a big defensive play there by Ryan Colon, the running back / linebacker for Marion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down, and I would imagine Collinsville may go for it.
4th and 9 from the 50. Knowing Coach Rhodes, you're probably right. Looks like some of our 2024 Kahawks just walked into the building, Todd. Some of our former athletes, including Ethan Bagwell, former quarterback here, now plays for the Atlanta Braves. Had a nice rookie camp, and we're expecting him to get a big league camp invite next spring. So it's always nice to see former Kahawks having success at the next level.
Empty backfield, 2 wide receivers over here. That's Habermill and Richardson. 3 wide receivers all on the other side, and now we're going to have a timeout called by Collinsville. So we'll step aside for a quick moment, and we'll be back to see what Collinsville wants to do here on 4th down right after this timeout on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Kahawk Stadium. Collinsville looking at a 4th down and 9 situation, and they have changed their mind and will not go for it on 4th down as Matt Reynolds is back to punt. Matt Reynolds this year, 19 punts for 556 yards, 29.79 average. That average went down after last week's performance. He had a rough go of it at Altoff, and back deep was Aiden Pickles, but that ball hits the ground and it rolls. Collinsville will down it at the 6-yard line. So that's going to be a nice net punt there for Matt Reynolds, and that'll help bring that average back up over 30 yards per punt. That's what it was last week, but after a rough go at Altoff last year, it dropped down just a little bit under 30 yards per punt. So Marion, their second possession, will begin deep in their own territory at their own 6-yard line. 6:29 left to play here in this opening quarter as Marion breaks huddle. They have a couple of wide receivers over here on this side. Sam Atkins is one of those. He's the slot receiver, and another receiver over on the far side. Here's the snap and a little pitch out to Cologne. Excuse me, that is Niemeyer again. I haven't seen Cologne carry the ball yet.
Ball could have come out.
Ball came out, and Collinsville got it. Kahawks recover their 4th fumble of the year, and this one couldn't come at a more opportune time or at a better field position.
All of a sudden, that punt looks like a brilliant decision, doesn't it, Todd?
Sure does.
Man, what a nice break for Collinsville. Now all of a sudden they're knocking on the – you go from 4th and long at the 49, and now all of a sudden you're knocking on the Marion door to try to tie this thing up or take the lead, actually.
Yeah, inside the 10-yard line, Collinsville is looking pretty sweet here right now. Ball on Marion's 6-yard line. And Reynolds once again in shotgun. He has Rome Richardson over his left shoulder. Amari Rogers-Parrott, the only wide receiver in the set on the far side sideline. Here's the snap, and I kind of figured the Chase was going to run with it. He's got plenty of room on the outside, looking for the final block. He gets it. Touchdown, Collinsville.
Senior Chase Reynolds, the number 1 quarterback, hits pay dirt. Good for 6 for Collinsville to tie this game up. Look for Matt Reynolds to come out for the PAT to give Collinsville the lead here with 6:17 in the first quarter. Collinsville's defense comes up big with that turnover deep in enemy territory, and all of a sudden we got ourselves a new ball game.
Yeah, we do. Matt Reynolds to try the extra point. Chase Reynolds the holder. Late guy getting off the field. He better hurry. Here's the snap. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is on the way, and Collinsville has a 7-6 lead. And Marion will get the ball back after we come back from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald. 2 great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Back here at Kahok Stadium, Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey with you as Collinsville takes advantage of a turnover by Marion immediately on the first play, turns it into 7 points. And after the missed 2-point conversion by Marion, Collinsville has the lead of 7-6 as they are ready to kick off once again. And we have a return man over on the far side. Don't know who he is, but over here on the near side, that's Max Wade, who caught the first opening kickoff. So we'll see if Reynolds wants to go back to him, exactly what he does. He'll back him up inside the 10-yard line. Wade will come around and bring it up this near sideline, turn the corner, and he has a little bit of room until he is finally wrapped up there by Kane Wyan. And Wyan did a nice job because if he got past Wyan, he was probably gone.
Yeah, Kane Wyan just saved a quick touchdown by Marion. Nice open field tackle by Mr. Wyan.
The other deep guy was Junius Thomas. I couldn't see his number. I thought it said 14, and I looked on my roster. I'm like, they don't have a 14. So.
Yeah, and Wyan, just a sophomore, looks like 6'1", 168, sophomore wide receiver, man. That's a great play out of that young man.
Yeah. Thomas lines up as a wide receiver on the far side, but it goes up the middle, and a little bit of success there to about the 40-yard line. Line of scrimmage was the 37, so a gain of 3 on the play. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 7, and this time it is Ryan Colon who carried the ball. And we're given a steady diet of running plays to Chase Niemeyer in that first drive. So right now, Colon is in there running back. He's in a single eye right behind his quarterback, Callahan Roper. I keep on calling him Callan. Up the middle it goes to the 40-yard line is Mr. Colon, and he gets no farther than that. And they're going to give him maybe 2.
A nice fill-in by, is that 32 or 22 for us, that linebacker? Is that Rome Richardson?
Yeah, 32.
Yeah, man, Rome Richardson just filled in and got low and stopped that running back in his tracks. Rome plays so much bigger than he actually is.
Gain of 2 on the play, they say, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Roper bluffs the snap, looks over at his head coach. Got 20 seconds left on the play clock, so he's good there. And he has got runners on both sides of him. Thomas on the left, and he's going to go back to pass for the first time tonight. And a little catch there. Whoop, not a catch. There's a flag. I knew that was going to come because not paying.
He didn't look back.
Loyal Patterson did not look back at all. And if he would have, he might have had a chance for an interception.
Yeah, you got to look for the ball.
You do.
I mean, he was step by step with him. It was great coverage, but instead of looking back for the ball, he got into his body, and that's going to be pass interference all day long.
And, if you were looking into Thomas's eyes, you would probably know the ball is on his way because his eyes get bigger.
That's, you're exactly right. And, again, that's one of those deals where, boy, it's so easy for us to say that up here. But you're right. That's textbook cornerback play, right, is you're step to step, and you read the receiver's eyes, and when they start looking for the ball, you got to turn and look.
Yeah. And if he would have, he might have had a good chance for an interception.
Yeah, that's right.
If anything, he could have knocked the ball away. It was an incomplete pass, but the pass interference call will give Marion a first down in Collinsville territory. They go up the middle again, and I believe that is Niemeyer they'll go back to, and he'll get it up to about the 36-yard line. Nope, that's Cologne once again.
Yeah, Collinsville this series has been doing a good job of stopping the Marion running backs at the first level. That time they got into our second level again, akin to the first series.
Now Cologne goes out, Niemeyer comes in. Niemeyer's getting the handoff, and he'll run right into the arms of big number
ball
98,
came out!
Jordan. Ball comes out, and Collinsville says they have it. Referees agree. Two turnovers.
Grevitt, D9 dozer, Devin Habermill, he just simply took that ball away from Marion's running back. I mean, just grabbed a hold of it and took it. So Collinsville has their second turnover of the night. Collinsville's defense coming up huge here tonight, and they're going to get another shot on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah, this one's a little farther away from the end zone than the last one was, but we'll take it anyway because Marion was driving that ball downfield. Of course, helped out by that pass interference call.
It sure was.
Kahawks will go back to work here. Jace Wilkinson checks into the game. We got both quarterbacks in there. What's up with that?
Well, I mean,
trick play.
Yeah,
You smell a trick play?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
Wilkinson's the one in there at quarterback. He'll take the snap and hand the ball off to Chase Reynolds, and Reynolds will have a little success again going up off tackle on the right side, almost enough for a first down. He'll be about a yard short.
I think that's pretty smart because Marion started to make adjustments in their keying on the quarterback. So
Yeah.
I think all of a sudden, Collinsville decides, well, let's try to trick them up a little bit. We'll put a dummy quarterback in there and give the ball to the running back who's actually the quarterback.
Yeah, why not? Confused me for a minute.
Right.
So right now, looks like Jace Wilkinson's going to stay in there, and we'll have so now they got to keep a wire on who they're going to snap the ball to, right?
I know, right? Our guys probably don't even know what to do.
Yeah. Chase Reynolds is out there directing traffic, telling Jace Wilkinson to move up a little bit. And man comes into motion once again. That's Matt Reynolds. He'll settle in the slot, and it's a rollout. And watch out, Jace Wilkinson's got some trouble from behind. Completes it to Matt Reynolds. Reynolds has a first down and into Marion territory at the Wildcats' 47-yard line.
And that's a nice ball out of Jace Wilkinson, rolling out to his left side, throws back across his body, and puts that ball right on the money to Matt Reynolds, who had a sure-handed catch. Good for a Collinsville first down.
Yeah, looked pretty good. Boy, he was about ready to get creamed from behind if he didn't get rid of that ball when he did.
He's pretty quick, though.
Yeah, he is. All right, wide receiver over here is Loyal Patterson, Amari Rogers-Parrott, and Matt Reynolds over on the far side. Reynolds in the slot, and Chase Reynolds remains the running back. He'll get the handoff from Wilkinson, and he'll take a little bit of a side step to the left, and he'll get pushed forward, and that's going to be good enough for about a 5 or 6 yard gain.
Man, I mean, he just kept his legs pumping, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I love this adjustment by Collinsville.
Yeah.
I mean, right when Marion adjusts and keys on the quarterback, we just throw a complete wrench in their whole operation, and now their backs are against the wall trying to figure out what we're going to do next.
Yeah, Chase Reynolds will come off the field and get a little bit of a breather.
He needs a break, man.
Yeah, Wilkinson's in there, and he'll have Rome Richardson over his left shoulder. Same receiver set in the same positions as last time, with Devin Habermill tucked in as the tight end over on the right side.
Oh, we're going to the air.
Wilkinson, he's going to hand the ball off to Rome Richardson, and he'll take it up to about the 40-yard line where he is finally brought down. So that's going to bring up a third down and about a yard and a half to go for a first.
Good thing I didn't bet my next paycheck we were going to the
Yeah,
air, because I would have lost. I thought sure with Wilkinson in there. But that was a nice run by Richardson and brings up a third and short. Look for Collinsville to try to get this first down and then maybe take a shot.
Same formation as the last time. Wilkinson in shotgun. Richardson over his right shoulder, and he hands the ball off again to Rome, and Rome will plow forward, and he'll have enough for a first down.
Man, what a tough run. Again, Collinsville's running back so far, Rome Richardson, Chase Reynolds, they are running with a head of steam. They're running north and south. They're not dilly-dallying, and they have their Collinsville Kahawks on the move.
Minute 40 left to play here in this opening quarter. 7-6 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks looking for more. First and 10 from Marion's 35-yard line. And this time, Rome Richardson will go over to the right shoulder of Wilkinson. And Chase Reynolds is back in there as a slot receiver, so two receivers on either side of this formation. And Wilkinson takes the snap. He's going to go back to pass. He's looking, and he's going to roll out to his left, and he'll throw the ball down. That might be a intentional grounding.
I don't think they're going to get him because he had a back
Yeah.
I think they're asking for it.
Yeah, referees are gonna talk about it. We'll see if they end up throwing the flag on this.
Well, they're certainly lobbying for it.
Yeah, the other sideline judge from the far side is going to come over and say, hey, the coach from their team told me that that should be intentional grounding.
It probably should be, actually.
They're not going to throw any flags, though, so Collinsville got away with one there.
All right.
And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. This time Chase Reynolds will line up as a slot receiver on the right side of the formation. Devin Habermill lines up as a receiver over here on this side. So 2 receivers on both sides, and Rome Richardson will move from the right shoulder to the left shoulder of Jace Wilkinson. Wilkinson remains in shotgun, 1:15 left to go on the clock. Clock stopped after the incomplete pass, and now Habermill will go into motion, but handoff is going to go to Richardson. He's up the middle. He's got some room. He is gone. That's going to be a 35-yard touchdown, Collinsville.
Let's go. Rome Richardson right up the middle. He had D9 dozer Devin Habermill lead blocking for him, and once he got past that second level, that boy was gone. He turned on the afterburners, and Marion's backs were not even close to catching Mr. Richardson. I could not be happier for Rome Richardson right now. That young man plays with heart and hard work, and he was just rewarded with a varsity touchdown.
Sure was. So the Kahawks looking to go up 14-6 here after Matt Reynolds tries this extra point try. There's the snap. The hold is down and it is blocked.
That almost happened last time.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, that was a big time coming in block there by Aiden Pickles, man. He came in off of that left side, and he was like Superman in midair.
He was an inch away on the last extra point.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it because I thought I'd create it, and it happened anyway.
Sometimes you need to say things. Sometimes you don't need to say things.
Oh, man.
All right, so Collinsville misses the extra point. And they go up 13-6 due to the Kahawks, and Marion is going to get the ball back here. We'll just keep it right here since we only have 1:07 left to go in the quarter before we bring you the next timeout. So we'll just keep it right here.
Yeah, that was a brilliant play. Let's talk about that. We had Habermill out as a slot. He came in motion, and then the play was off tackle to Richardson. So you're running behind the big, what is he, 6'2", 290 or 6'1", 290-pound right tackle. Then you got big D9 Devin Habermill, D9 dozer coming behind him. I mean, if those two guys can't make it whole, I don't know who can. So that was a brilliant play call out of the Collinsville offensive coordinator.
Yeah, interviewed Coach Rhodes beforehand. He said we got a couple of new wrinkles in this we're going to throw into this game tonight, and we've already seen a couple of them ourselves.
Yeah, that one paid off. That was a very, very well-designed football play. And knowing Rome Richardson's not great big, but you get him in space, and that boy can run.
Janaeus Thomas and Max Wade are back deep for Marion once again as Matt Reynolds will send this ball screaming in a line drive, and it's going to be caught by number 4, Max Wade, and Wade will bring it up and do a little stutter step around the 20, and he paid for it because he only got to the 24 after that.
Woo, baby, great pursuit. And looks like Romel Bollinger, number 3, just pile drove the return man into the turf. I can guarantee you he's going to be walking a little more gingerly here on the next return. Romel just laid some serious wood on that kid.
So Callahan Roper will bring his Wildcats back out. They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 25. 1:01 left to play here in this opening quarter. 13-6 in favor of Collinsville. Did you feel the ground shake when Nico Patton came out?
I was just going to say, I just saw Nico running out. This young man's 5'9", 368. My Lanta.
Man comes into motion. Handoff is going to go up the middle, though, to Cologne, and Cologne will make it across the line of scrimmage and then get pushed back. But he'll pick up about 3 yards on the play. Clock continues to run with 50 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and about 6 to go here for Marion.
Nico's older brother, Corey, was the center for the 2024 class. So
Yeah.
a little football running through that family.
Ryan Cologne will stay in at running back. Roper will remain in shotgun. 3 wide receivers on the far side, including Logan Hoffman. We haven't said his name yet. 7 catches this year, 55 yards, couple of touchdowns. He settles in over the slot now, an empty backfield, and a quick throw over to the sideline to Thomas. Thomas, he escapes everybody, and he is off to the races. The only one left is Chase Reynolds, and Reynolds is not going to get there in time, and that is going to turn into a 71-yard touchdown pass.
Man, just a quick wide receiver screen. the other wide receiver for Marion, I'm not sure who it was out there, put a nice block on our wide receiver, and our linebackers and safeties just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah.
It was like when Rome got in free space for us last series. Once their receiver got in free space, he was gone.
And that comes with 9.7 seconds left to play here in this first quarter, so you hate to see these late quarter scores like that.
Yeah, coming into the game, Todd, my prediction was we're going to have to put a lot of points on the scoreboard to win this game tonight, and so far a high-scoring first quarter.
I think that they're probably going to go for two, try to tie things up here, or excuse me, go for two to try to take the lead back in the back of the end zone off of the outstretched fingertips of the intended receiver, and that was Carter Lang, and Lang had the ball hit off of his left hand and go across the end line there. So
ball probably should have been caught.
Probably, but I think that Roper kind of threw the ball just a little bit too far. It was kind of wobbly, too. A lot easier to catch when it's a nice tight spiral than it is when it's wobbly.
Yes, it is. We used to call that a wounded duck.
Yeah. Lame duck, wounded duck, some kind of duck. So 9.7 seconds left to play, and another kickoff coming to Collinsville. We'll see what they want to do with it here. Not a lot of time. Collinsville, each team has 2 timeouts left here going into quarter number 2, so you don't have to worry about using a timeout yet because you're going to roll it over into quarter number 2 anyway. So we'll see.
That is correct.
We'll see how the kickoff goes first, as back deep once again, Matt Reynolds and Loyal Patterson. And Michael Tange is usually up in the secondary kind of, if you will, return men. But now you got Romel Bollinger up there along with Zach Priest.
Speaking of Tange down there, though, being a great teammate, he's
Oh,
going
yeah.
over film on the iPad with Habermail and the coach, and staying engaged and trying to do everything he can do with tennis shoes on. You know?
Him and Talon Neighbors were down there just having a good old time while the pregame festivities were going on. So they might not be in the game, but they're in the game.
They are, that's for sure.
Another kickoff coming here from Sam Atkins. And it is on the way. And that one's going to go over to Loyal Patterson. Patterson takes the ball at about the 8-yard line.
Let's
cuts
go,
it
Loyal.
up to the right-hand side. Has a little bit of more room on some nice blocking there by Collinsville, and he'll get the ball across the 35. They'll have him down at the 38-yard line, so that's where Collinsville will begin this possession. They'll have one play, and then we'll move things on to the second quarter.
Yeah, great return by Patterson. I mean, that was a pretty good kick. So that was a nice return by Patterson. Gives Collinsville what I would call better than average field position to start this series. It's still the first quarter.
It is.
My goodness gracious. I guess when you have that much scoring, it takes a little time.
Yeah. All right, so Collinsville leads by 1 point, 13-12. Back in there at quarterback is Chase Reynolds. As Matt Reynolds over here in the slot, and Reynolds goes back to pass and finds Amari Rogers-Parrott, puts on a nice move, gets past a couple of tacklers, and he has enough for the first down. A gain of 11 on the play. As the clock hits 0, that is going to do it for the first quarter of play. Collinsville leads 13-12. Second quarter action comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Kahawk Stadium. One quarter in the books, 13-12 in favor of Collinsville. So a fresh 12 minutes put up on the clock. Collinsville got a first down on that last play of the first quarter, so they're approaching midfield. And Chase Reynolds is back in there at quarterback. He stands in shotgun. Wide receiver Amari Rogers-Parrott goes into motion. Fake handoff to him, and Reynolds has to get around a couple of guys that were already on the ground and gets the ball to midfield. I believe he was down at the 49-yard line, so across midfield and into Marion territory after a gain of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, he did a great job of kind of sitting back and just spreading out wide, letting the play develop, they call that. Letting his blockers get out there, and he turned that into a positive yardage play.
Well, he had to kind of sidestep a couple of guys that were already on the ground, one of those being his own teammate who had his legs up in the air. And again, they get around those first. So 2nd down and about 7 to go. Here's the handoff to Richardson. Richardson gets wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, tries to get out of it and gets back up to the line of scrimmage, but that's a lot better than the 1-yard loss that he was looking at.
No, it is. Number 89 for Marion, Mr. Noah Williams, 6'2", 250. Big guy came through unblocked and had Rome in his arms, and he tried to arm tackle him and throw him down, but he didn't realize how slick and quick Rome Richardson is.
Yeah.
So Rome evaded him, and again, like you said, turned that into a positive yardage play. So big 3rd down coming up here for Collinsville, midfield.
3rd down and 7. Mario Rogers-Parrott lines up over here. He's got Matt Reynolds right next to him. Loyal Patterson, the lone wide receiver on the far side. Here is a fake handoff to Richardson. Chase Reynolds throws, and he's got Devin Habermill complete, and that'll be enough for a 1st down up inside the 30-yard line to about the 37.
I mean, Devin Habermill went all the way down, probably 8 inches off the ground to catch that ball. That's a tough catch by Habermill. And pulling that ball in, A, is not easy, but B, that's a huge 1st down.
He's such a big guy, and Chase Reynolds always seems to miss him. It's either high or low or whatever. Here is Reynolds on the run again. Throws the ball down the sideline, and he's got Matt Reynolds wide open. They're going to say no, incomplete.
How about forced out of bounds?
Yeah, he might have been bobbling the ball, too, before he got a hold of it.
You could be right on that. Nice athletic play, though.
Oh, yeah.
Correction, that is out of bounds, incomplete.
10:26 left to play here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd down and 10 for Collinsville. Ball on Marion's 37-yard line. Kahawks lead by 1, looking to go up a little bit more than that.
I'll tell you what, no shortage of action here in this high school football game. This is very, very entertaining out of both teams.
Matt Reynolds lines up as receiver on the far side in the slot. Over here is Rogers-Parrott. Reynolds is going to go back to pass. He'll dump it off to Parrott. Has a nice block. Oh, boy, what a nice block that was by big number 59, Jack Shepard, to spring Amari out of there. And if it wasn't for that, I think he would have been hammered right after he caught that ball.
Jack Shepard gets credit for that play. I mean, of course, Rogers-Parrott's speed, is necessary, but that's good for another Collinsville 1st down. And, going from a 3rd and long midfield, all of a sudden we're 1st and 10, almost into the red zone here, Todd.
Almost. In shotgun once again is Chase Reynolds. Has Rome Richardson over his right shoulder. Handoff is going to be faked. Throw to the sideline to Matt Reynolds. He got past one tackler and gets brought down right outside the 20-yard line at the 22. So that'll be a gain of about 5 on the play, which will bring up a 2nd down and 5.
I like these quick outs to our receivers and just letting them use their legs, and they're sure-handed. Man, everybody's looking really nice tonight.
Yep, hurry-up offense employed here by Collinsville. This time the handoff will go to Rome Richardson. He'll try a little off tackle to the right-hand side and get it inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and a long 2 to go for a 1st.
Interesting here. I mean, you would just as soon have the Kahawks get a 1st down. I would almost just take Chase Reynolds out to the edge and let him get the 1st down here.
Yeah, clock moves with 9:20 left to play here in the 2nd quarter. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Richardson. He's up the middle. He's got a 1st down, and boy, he was almost gone, if not for a shoestring tackle put on at the last moment there by number 44, Hudson Wade for Marion, and he just saved the touchdown.
Dude, have a night. Have a night, Rome Richardson.
No doubt, huh? 1st and goal for Collinsville from the 8. Fake handoff, and Reynolds rolls out, throws it down the middle off of a receiver. I believe that was
Habermill.
Intended for Habermill.
Now, that
went
time
off his
hit
fingertips.
Yeah, that time he hit him right in the hands.
Yeah.
Habermill's not used to the ball being placed that well, I think.
We're just funning with Chase Reynolds.
I think the defender probably got a hand on that ball.
Yeah. Stops the clock with 8:58 left to play. So 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line for Collinsville. We'll see what Coach Rhodes and company has dialed up here as Amari Rogers-Parrott is going to come out of that huddle as the only wide receiver. He'll go over to the slot area on the far side of the field. Richardson, the lone running back. Reynolds in shotgun once again, takes the snap. He'll follow Richardson, and he'll cut it out to the outside and has some more room. Did he make it into a touchdown? Well, the referee gets taken out, so we're never going to know.
Down goes Frazier. Well, the pylon's over, and I think Chase Reynolds hit the pylon with the football, but they're not going to give it to him.
Yeah, we're going to say he got down at the 1-yard line,
like
so
to
it'll
see
bring
that
up 3rd and
replay.
goal.
I'd like to see that replay. I could have sworn
Well, already too late on my phone.
Too late. I could have sworn, unless he stepped out of bounds, that he hit that pylon.
Could be.
I think that's what Amanda Bauer's talking to the referee about.
I think she's checking on you to make sure he's okay.
Oh, yeah, well, that'd make more sense, wouldn't it?
There's the same formation, and this time it's going to be, the fumble. And Richardson and Reynolds had a little trouble with that exchange, and we're waiting for everything to be unwrapped here.
This is not good. The hole was wide open, too. Either one of them would have scored easily.
Yep, sure was. It was a wide open hole on that left side. Collinsville retains the ball. So fourth down and goal from the 1.
So obviously Coach Rhodes is going to go for this, especially with having that last extra point blocked. Yeah, that's unfortunate because either one of those guys just walk into the end zone. Now you're not going to get that. You're going to have Marion load up the box.
Yep.
Collinsville's probably going to have to get to the edge. And we got
watch Habermill peel off the tight end spot here and come over to the corner. We'll see if they want to do any throwing. Nope, they're going to keep it to Chase, and he's in for a touchdown.
Very nice. Chase Reynolds with the 1-yard run to put Collinsville up 19-12 with 8 minutes left in the first half here on homecoming night at Kahok Stadium.
Like to see it.
Nice blocking by Collinsville's interior. We loaded up 2 lead backs on the right side in the backfield. Quarterback keeper designed all the way. Here come the Kahok Crazies with a shopping cart and the Kahok flag, and Matt Reynolds is on for the point after attempt.
And the kick is up, and this one is good, despite the fact that Pickles came flying in once again. But 19-12 in favor of Collinsville. We'll take a timeout. Marion will get the ball back next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Kahok Stadium, 20-12 in favor of Collinsville. And a couple of runs by Chase Reynolds, a 6-yarder and a 1-yarder. Plus you add in the big 35-yard run by Rome Richardson, and that accounts for Collinsville's 3 touchdowns, although they have a extra point blocked. Matt Reynolds is due to kick off, and Max Wade and Janarius Thomas back deep. And once again, they're going to try Wade, and he'll take the ball at the 8-yard line and bring it up across the 20, and he'll be tackled right as he crosses the 25-yard line. So that is where Marion will start this possession. 7:53 left to play here in this second quarter. Collinsville up by 8 points as Marion gets the ball back.
Well, we'll see. So far, Collinsville winning the turnover battle, 2-0. Collinsville dropped the ball but didn't turn it over, thank goodness, on the last series, which resulted in a touchdown. That's a big break. So I'd say as far as breaks are concerned, Collinsville's been the beneficiary this half. Both teams playing, I would say, fairly equally at this point.
Callahan Roper in shotgun once again. He'll take the snap and he'll hand the ball off, and up the middle will go the ball carrier, and he'll be brought down around the 30-yard line. Couldn't tell if that was Niemeyer, or Cologne, so number 9 gets the carry. He got a steady diet of carries there on that first drive. Got a couple on the play. We'll call it 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Ball on the Marion 30-yard line.
Here come the marching Kahawks getting ready for a halftime show. All of you that are tuned in, make sure you stay tuned in.
Yeah, we'll bring you this one because there's no lightning in the area this time.
There you go.
Last time we were here, we were ready to bring you some Kahawk marching band, and the Lightning had other plans. Here's an outside pass, and I believe that one was to Sam Atkins, and Atkins will get close to a first down. Looks like he's about 1.5 yards short.
Well, but I tell you what, credit Kahawk number 12, Montre Kroom, on making that tackle. Otherwise, that's another big play for a touchdown.
There's a flag on the play before this
Couldn't
gets
get off
even
the
going.
field.
Yeah. Too many men on the field, I believe, is going to be the call. Collinsville had too many men on the field? Guess so, because it went against us.
Yeah, we had a guy coming off the field that was about 10 yards short of getting off the field when the ball was hiked.
Yeah, and he's getting yelled at right now.
Yeah, yeah, that was pretty obvious. I mean, he was trying, but the problem is he didn't know he was supposed to come out, so he was late on recognition.
Handoff will go up the middle and then off to the right-hand side, and a tackle there toward the sideline as big Blake Winters got a carry on that play. And when I mean big, how about 6'1", 185 pounds?
Well, I tell you what, nice tackling in the second level. That was, I think, number 8, Adam Frazier out of Collinsville in on that tackle.
So 2nd down and 3 coming up here for Marion as they approach midfield. 6:20 left to play here in this second quarter. And a handoff is going to go to Cologne. Cologne will skirt right along the line of scrimmage and then turn it upfield, and you got maybe a yard out of that.
Yeah, nice pursuit out of Collinsville. All of a sudden, their pursuit looks a lot better out of our second-level players, and even our backside linemen are coming all the way across the field. So 3rd down and 2. It'd be interesting if we stop Marion here, what they decide to do.
Clock continues to move, 5:50 and counting, single I formation. Here's the snap, and the handoff is going to go to the man in the eye, and I believe that's Cologne again. He'll get across midfield, close to the first down. Looks like where they spot him, they're going to go ahead and give it to him, but that was real close.
Yeah, the other line judge. This line judge had him at the 49.5. The other line judge had him past the 49. So that will go down as a first down. But I tell you what, I'm just happy with Collinsville not giving up the big play.
Oh, yeah.
That's been our Achilles heel.
Well, we've already had one of those, a 71-yard pass play. Turned into the second touchdown for Marion, but since then they've been pretty content on running the ball.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This
Empty backfield this time, though, so look for a pass here. As he throws the ball, that one's going to go down the sideline and well out of bounds, almost at Amanda Bauer and Clay Smith over there on the sideline. That was intended for Janarius Thomas.
No chance, and Thomas was wide open.
Sure was.
Our cornerback was busy talking. He was throwing hand signals up. He got torched. Poor Callahan Roper just got introduced to Devin Habermail.
Yeah.
It was not pretty. And so that ball went way out of bounds because Devin was all up in his grill. But good sportsmanship. He helped him up. Good, clean football. And credit Callahan for staying in there and delivering that football. It's tough to do with Devin breathing down your throat.
Ball on Collinsville's 49-yard line. Here's a sideline pass that's going to be caught by number 5, Cologne, and he'll have another first down. No one touched him.
No, that was a nice out to the wide receiver. But, again, you got to credit number 12, Montre Kroom, being there to really save the touchdown. He knocked him out of bounds, and without Montre there, that's another big play touchdown.
So fresh set of downs here for Marion. 5:08 left to play. Clock stops after the out-of-bounds run. And it's fresh 1st and 10 here for Marion. Here is Callahan back to pass. Throws it down the middle. Has Thomas. And Thomas has a couple of moves and another move. And then Habermill will catch him from behind. And down to the 10-yard line are the Marion Wildcats.
Woo, boy. 6'2", 190. Wide receiver Junius Thomas just broke several ankles on that play.
Sure did.
Goodness, he was going side to side, back and forth. He should have been stopped with a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden, he's got his Marion Wildcats in business.
Yeah, Thomas lines up over here as the near side wide receiver, but the handoff is going to go to Winters. Winters, a little step and a hop and then a skip, and then he's out of bounds over on the far side, but inside the 10-yard line are the Wildcats.
Step and a hop and a skip, got him a couple yards, but well, looks like maybe he gained about 5 on that play. So that was a bigger hop and skip and jump than I thought, Todd.
Yeah. Ball on about the 5-yard line, so 2nd down and goal from there. And the handoff is going to go around there. Actually, Callahan Roper kept it, and then he's out of bounds over about the 3-yard line, maybe the 2. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and goal here for Marion. And this is kind of fumble territory down here, right?
Why do I have a feeling? Come on, get up.
Ref got tackled again, man. It's been a rough night for the refs.
Oh, boy. Yep, I knew it. Guess who's on the scene again, saving a touchdown?
Habermill.
Montre
Kroom.
Montre Kroom. That man is – now, Devin was there too, but Montre is who made that tackle out of bounds. He has been all over the defensive side of the football today.
Amanda Bauer is over there taking a look at the referee, making sure he's okay. Looks like he's on his feet. Amanda's going over there. How many fingers do I have up? We're going to have an officials timeout here while they check on their referee. So we'll go ahead and take a break right along with them, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
Back here at Kahok Stadium on the campus of Collinsville High School, and it kind of looks like they're going to put the injured referee on the golf cart, and looks like the referee staff might be playing a man short here for the rest of the night.
Oh, man. Say some prayers and send some energy out to the referee. You hate to see you hate to see anybody go down,
Yeah.
especially a referee. He's out here just trying to enjoy his Friday night.
Yeah.
Make a little extra money, and most of those guys have jobs and families and everything else. So.
Oh, yeah. Coach Lee is one of the IHSA
right.
football referees. But, you know, because of the hometown thing, he'll never referee a game here. I hear that he's over in London getting ready to watch the Bears play.
Oh, man. Big Bears fan,
Yeah.
Coach Lee. Big Bears
Yeah,
fan.
Coach Bagley, the basketball coach, apparently had an extra ticket and apparently invited Coach Lee to go with him.
From
So
up in, what was he, Bourbonnais now? Where's Coach Bagley?
Mundelein. Yeah.
That's right, Mundelein. Always comes down for the holiday basketball tournament.
Yeah, former Kahok himself.
Which, have you announced on air the big news that finally went public about the holiday basketball tournament?
Oh, the team from Texas?
With Rich Keene's
Yep,
son,
Rich Keene's
Howie,
son,
coming
yep.
into play. That is going to be a ton of fun. This
Yep.
place is going to be packed for that.
Yeah, taking the place of that team from Tennessee we had here last year. Other than that, most of the same teams will be here.
Yeah, that's really cool. You know, Rich, probably until Rayshon Taylor, Rich credited as one of the best basketball players ever to come out of Collinsville.
All right, third down and goal here for Marion as we get back to work. Thomas is the lone wide receiver on the near side. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Cologne, and Cologne is in for the touchdown.
Collinsville's linebackers were not set. Marion came out real quick.
Yep, they did. They caught him off guard.
Yep. So that will bring Marion to within 2 points. So they're going to run their little trickery here where they could sort of decide what they're going to do at the line. They're going with this offset formation, they call that, where you see all the linemen over here on the left side of the field, and then you've got a snapper and two wideouts and a quarterback. They're going to go for two. They go up in the air. He's wide open. He overthrows him.
Overthrew him big time, man, by about 10 yards.
Wow, that young man was wide open, and Roper just sailed that football out of the back of the end zone. That's a huge miss because that still keeps Marion down by 2 points here with 4:18 left. Who gets the ball in the second half?
Collinsville does.
Okay, so this is big.
Yeah. Yeah. We are down a referee, so now it's a four-man officiating crew.
Zach Roseman, you got your referee outfit in the car, buddy?
I got a black magic marker. We can just throw some stripes on it.
Put him in, coach.
Oh, that would be fun.
Put him in, coach. He's ready to play.
I thought they usually carried an extra referee for just such occasions. I know they do for basketball.
Do they really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, so they carry three, so if they need to go with two, they
Yeah.
can do that? Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, 4:18 left to play here in this first half. Collinsville up 20-18. Kahawks were down 6-0 and then came back and made it 7-6. And since then, Collinsville has not trailed. Marion has missed a extra point conversion and 2 2-point conversions.
How about
Actually, 3 2-point conversions.
How about a Loyal Patterson kickoff return for a touchdown, Todd?
Well, we will see who Sam Atkins wants to target here. Don't forget about the guys that are standing up around the 20-yard line. You got Zach Priest
Romel
over
Ballinger.
on the far side.
Any
Romel
of those
Ballinger.
guys could do it.
Yeah.
They can all motor.
Tange is usually out there where Ballinger is. And the kickoff is going to go short, and it's going to be caught by Patterson at the 10-yard line. He'll bring it over here to the near side, cuts it up the middle, and has a little bit of room before he got ran into by their number 9. And he slowed him down long enough to have Malachi Cooper come in and wrap him up to finish it out.
Chase Niemeyer, the 6'2", 200-pound senior out of Marion, came in with a head of steam, man. I'll tell you what, that was a nasty collision because when Patterson
Flag
gets
on the
going,
play too.
When Patterson gets going, he's got a head of steam. And flag's on the other side of the field. That's probably going to be
illegal block.
Yeah.
Illegal block in the back by Collinsville. So instead of the ball being up here by the 30-yard line, they're going to back them up 10 yards, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Collinsville from their own 25.
Well, that's going to hurt your field position. Nice run back from Patterson. So it's significantly shortened to give Collinsville the ball here with just over 4 minutes left in the half.
75 yards to go, 4:10 on the clock, 2 timeouts left for Collinsville. Chase Reynolds in shotgun once again. I like the experiment they had out there with Jace Wilkinson at quarterback and had both of them out there, but Reynolds is going to keep the ball, and he'll find maybe about 9 yards on that play. He got close to a first down, probably closer to 8 yards.
I like this too. I mean, just when Marion adjusts and, shifts their defense and figures out what we're doing, we run a different set. And then when they got used to that one, now we went back to our original one. So a little cat and mouse here.
Yeah, a little chess game.
Yeah, you got it.
Was a pickup of 9 yards, so it brings up a 2nd down and 1. Mario Rogers-Parrott lines up as the only wide receiver here. On the far side, Rome Richardson over the left shoulder of Chase Reynolds. Here's the snap. The handoff is going to go to Richardson, and he has enough for the first down and pushes forward for a little bit more. He'll be brought down around the 42-yard line.
Boy, he shimmied and slivered right through that Marion linebacking core. He even turned sideways.
Yeah, I saw that too, yeah.
It's like he was dancing through there.
Like he was trying to squeeze down a narrow hallway.
That's right.
And Collinsville doesn't waste any time. Here's the snap, another handoff to Richardson, and this time he's not going to be so lucky. He'll,
who was that, 36?
Yeah, he lost a yard on that play.
32 out of Marion. Big Evan Francis, 6 foot, 225 junior. Met Rome, and I think Rome probably weighs every bit of $160 or 50 maybe.
Yeah, 158 they have him at on the chart.
He wasn't going anywhere when he met Mr. Francis at 220, 225.
Loss of 1 on the play will bring up a 2nd down and 11. Clock continues to move with 2:40 left to play here in this first half. 2 wide receivers on this side, 1 on the far side. Here's the snap. Chase Reynolds rolls out to his right, throws while he's on the run, almost intercepted. Boy, I tell you what, that was they did everything but catch that ball, and that was right into the breadbasket of Hudson Wade. And Wade,
yeah, I don't know what Reynolds was thinking there.
I don't know either.
Habermail was 2 steps behind. Lucky we didn't get offensive pass interference. Devin timed it just right. I mean, I think he waited till the ball hit him in the hands. But that, my goodness, Chase got away with one on that one, Todd.
I like how you combined his first and his last name and called him Debermill.
Debermill.
2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. Reynolds in shotgun, and he's going to go back, and nothing's going to happen here because the flag will stop the play, and it's a false start. That'll stop the clock with 2:31 left to play. Well, the clock was already stopped after the incomplete pass anyway.
Man, and this is really where you want to see Collinsville put points on the board, knowing that we get the ball back in the second half.
Yeah.
And this has not been a productive offensive series like we've seen so far this game. So now you're 3rd in the ketchup bottle. You still got 2:20. I would say go ahead and use every bit of this play clock, Chase.
3rd down and 16 to go. They need to get the ball to the Marion 49-yard line for a first down. Here is Reynolds in shotgun, going back to pass. Now he's going to tuck it, and he's going to run, and he's going to turn the corner. Running out of blockers, though, and tries a little stiff arm, but that doesn't work. but he'll get pushed out of bounds at around the 45-yard line, so that'll bring up a 4th down here for the Kahawks from their own 45.
Yeah, you got to punt the football.
I would say, but you never can tell with
Coach Rhodes.
Coach
I
Rhodes.
know.
He's got his arm right around Matt Reynolds right now on the sideline, talking to him about something.
Uh-oh.
Could be a fake.
Uh-oh. I mean, if anybody would do it, he would do it.
Yeah. Aiden Pickles is going to start heading back to collect this punt. Matt Reynolds is going to let this punt go from around his 30-yard line. Here's the snap, and Reynolds is going to take it, and he's going to try to turn something into this. He's going to roll. He's going to turn the corner on the right side, and he has a first down.
He did it. Oh, baby. Todd Duke sniffed it out. And Matt Reynolds, dude, I thought he was going to get caught. That boy got some wheels. He got all the way around the edge.
He needed 16 yards. He got 17.
Oh, they're not going to give it to him.
I thought they were. It is a first down. Yeah,
okay,
they did.
they gave it to him. All right, it looked like they were going to go for a measurement. My goodness, what a play by the kicker, Matt Reynolds. And, I mean, he just turned the afterburners on there.
Yeah, he did.
What a play.
All right, so Collinsville keeps that offensive drive alive into Marion territory. Chase Reynolds, back to pass, looks near sideline. He's got Amari Rogers-Parrott wide open, and Parrott is going to go in for the touch. Nope, he's going to be out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. Oh, boy.
Oh, baby. Man, Collinsville turning on the heat all of a sudden. Fake punt by Mac Reynolds. And then we go right back to the air. Chase Reynolds delivers a bomb to Amari Rogers-Parrott. Coach Swift wants a review out of the booth.
I hear you. Well, the only bad thing about that is it didn't take up much time.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I actually don't mind
him
being out of bounds because that keeps the clock running.
I thought they'd start the clock anyway. Once you run out of bounds, doesn't the clock stop? Right, started the clock back up.
I'll let it. They can wind it,
Referee
I guess.
Wind it up.
Wind it up.
Here's the handoff to Rome Richardson. He's in for a touchdown.
Rome Richardson, number 32. Your Kahawk, 6'2", 158-pound senior. Hits pay dirt. That's his second touchdown of the evening, I believe, folks.
It is. First one was a 35-yarder. This one a 3-yarder.
Having a career night, Rome Richardson is, because he's been given a chance, and he's making good on it.
Yeah, with Talon Neighbors hurt, he's the only running back out there, especially with Tongate hurt. They used him a few times last week against Althoff.
That's right.
There's the extra point try, or Matt Reynolds has that one blocked again, so another blocked extra punt.
Yeah,
extra point.
Collinsville special teams are going to have to figure that out because that's 2 blocks, almost 3. But that still puts Collinsville up by 8 points with $1:26 left in the second quarter. Now is when your defense has to stand up strong, Todd.
Yeah. Yep, it sure does. Because Marion, they have 2 timeouts left. They have 1:26 on the clock.
See a lot of people singing and dancing in the crowd here. New PA guy, Derek Cox, down there, keeping the energy flowing here at Kahawk Stadium. So if you haven't been out to a game, I would say come out, but this is it.
We already had a young lady stop up in the press box to compliment him on his musical choices.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. 26-18. Collinsville has had 2 extra points blocked. They have made a couple of extra points, but Marion has missed on 3 extra point, 2-point conversion tries.
I don't know that I've ever seen offense this good with special teams, or point afters, I would say, this bad in a football game.
Got touchdowns everywhere, but we can't seem to get the conversions.
That's right. That's right.
So Matt Reynolds needs to kick this one deep. And once again, it is Thomas and Wade. They stand right around the 10-yard line, and Reynolds will kick this one to about the 10-yard line, and it's picked up there. This time we got a different guy back there, as a matter of fact, and that is Blake Winters. And Winters will move the ball up across the 20, and he'll be brought down at about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and I think I want to credit, if I'm not mistaken, trying to get a number, 43, is that right? Is that who was in pursuit that whole time for Collinsville? I believe so. I believe
Bonnie and Jones?
Yeah. Jonathan Jones, 5'2", 205-pound, just a junior, and he showed real nice pursuit on that, and credit him with pinning Marion back with just mediocre field position.
1:18 left to go. Collinsville's defense needs to stiffen up here and make sure they don't give up the big play. Here is Roper back to pass. He gets wrapped up from behind, and he'll go down. Aiden Jordan was the first one there. Slowed him down, spun him around, and then he got some help.
Aiden Jordan slowed him down, and Rome must be excited. He came flying like a Scud missile from the linebacker position.
John Thomas got in there as well on that tackle at the end. There was about 4 Kahawks and ended up bringing Roper down.
They weren't
Clock
having
continues
anything to
to
do
run.
with it.
Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd down and 11 as we approach 45 seconds left to play here in this first half. Here is Roper. He steps up. He's looking. He's getting pressured. He'll throw the ball away.
Yeah, that's a nice heads-up play by Roper. He knew he didn't have anything, and he just floated that ball out of bounds.
Roper, a junior, so he's got a little experience. He knows what to do.
I tell you what, Coach Mack, all in our secondaries. Yeah, Roper comes from such a long line of athletes. I mean, his dad, his uncles. Actually, his uncle coached me early in life, and then his dad coached me later. They had a great uncle named Moose Cagliafetti, one of the most famous athletes ever out of Harrisburg, Illinois, back in the 60s. Played football down in Florida, or baseball, down in Florida, I believe.
2 wide receivers head out of that huddle over on the far side. Thomas over here on the near side. Roper in shotgun. Going to go back to pass again. He looks, he throws, and looks like his intended receiver fell down. He tripped across the 25-yard line.
He did. There was nobody home. I think a sniper got him.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you've got a 4th down out for Marion. I mean, I can't imagine they're going to go for this. They're going to have to punt the ball away. And actually, Collinsville has enough time to put some points on the board.
They still have 2 timeouts, yeah. I think that pass was intended for Logan Hoffman, but the 25-yard line reached up and grabbed his ankle.
Marion's going to go for it because they want to try to take time off the clock, I think, is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So Collinsville, well, look for a trick play here.
Clock stopped with 34.6 seconds left to play. Roper in shotgun all by himself.
Now he's
going to punt it. And it'll be a line drive. That's going to be, I hope you didn't touch it. And he's going to pick it up now at the 30 is Amari Rogers-Parrott. Puts on a little juke step. Flag on the play, and that's probably some kind of an illegal block there.
Got to be.
Yeah.
Man, you'd like to have him field that clean. And, all of a sudden, if you've got the ball in enemy territory, you can take a couple shots. Now you almost just want to run the clock out.
Yep.
Keep all your guys safe. And
illegal block in the back by Collinsville. So that'll back them up a little farther, and we'll see how Coach Rhodes wants to play this with 21 seconds left. Don't forget, we got the Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up for you. We will certainly this time be allowed to show you the Collinsville Kahawk marching band, as we have no inclement weather in the area to speak of to stop us from doing that this time.
Yeah, Woods Basement System, great company, great Kahawk supporter. Go see our buddy Dave Thompson.
Dave Thompson.
You got it, man.
He's my guy. I deal with him every August.
Oh, he's the best.
3 wide receivers for Collinsville over on the far side. Jace Wilkinson back in there at quarterback with Chase Reynolds over his left-hand shoulder. And here's the snap, and it's going to be a throw back behind the line of scrimmage. Here we go again. Down to Chase. Chase has got it. He is going to be on the move. He's going to go all the way, baby, for a touchdown.
Oh, baby. Look at these Kahawks sprinting down the field to congratulate senior Chase Reynolds on the trick play. We had the halfback pass. Now, who threw that ball? Was that number 20?
That was Zach Priest. Did the same thing last week.
Man, Zach Priest delivers a beauty down the field, connects with Reynolds, and it was a foot race, and you're not catching Chase Reynolds. Man, that hurts if you're the Marion Wildcats.
Same play they ran last week. Last week it was Reynolds to Priest to Parrott, and that was a beautiful play last week that got Collinsville 14-7. They were back in it, and then Altoff just kind of ran away with it.
Well, and that just puts so much momentum.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, our guys are going to go into the locker room pumped.
And they get the ball back to start the third quarter.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just such a, I don't want to say a dagger because it's still early in the game, but, man, that hurts if you're Marion.
Yeah.
That deflates the heck out of you.
32-18, pending the extra point, but Collinsville uses one of their 2 remaining timeouts, so the Kahawks have 1 timeout left. And I saw that play developing. As soon as I saw that play go backwards on the pass, I knew what was coming because I saw it last week.
Yeah.
And we saw it last year up at Maine West.
Their secondary, yeah, we did. And it's just a beautifully designed play, and it's tough for a high school football secondary to sniff that out unless the coaches sniff it out ahead of time and tell you it's coming. But they bit hook, line, and sinker. And credit for Zach Priest because, look, Chase can be as open as you want him to be. If you can't deliver the football to him, it doesn't matter. That was a beautiful pass.
Well, apparently Zach Priest was the quarterback for the freshman team a couple of years back, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Father Anthony Priest helped coach our 2024s when they were Raiders. Great football family. He actually played semi-pro football himself.
Collinsville going for the 2-point conversion here as Zach Priest is a wide receiver over on the far side. They're going to throw to him, and it's picked off, but you can't run back a 2-point conversion.
No,
so
we fell
I tell
down.
you what,
Sniper got us.
If Zach Priest wouldn't have got tripped up by the goal line monster, that would have been a 2-point conversion, no problem.
The goal line monster.
Man,
I'll tell you what, though, there's another failed conversion.
Yeah, I know, right?
We might have set a record tonight.
Yeah.
My Lanta, I'll tell you what. But what an exciting turn of events for your Kahawks. I mean, they go up 2 scores now. And, 14, that's 2 scores.
Yeah.
So, and they get the ball back as long as we can run 8.7 seconds off the clock.
Bless you. Almost didn't get that microphone turned on in time, did you?
I did. I had it off.
At the last second.
Yeah.
Well, last year, going into halftime, Collinsville already had a 42-0 lead, and the rest of the second half was played under the mercy rule with the running clock.
Well, you remember Darren Pinnell just had a night.
Oh, yeah, he did.
It was one of the 2024s sitting down in front of us. They're kind of coming in and out. I saw Bryce Limp just show up.
Yeah, Pinnell was here a little earlier.
Bryce Limp just hit his first collegiate home run today.
Nice.
Playing for St. Charles College.
Matt Reynolds back to kick it off one more time. This one's going to be a squibber right at the 50-yard line, and that was a nice heads-up play there by the guy. I think it hit him in his shin, and then he just jumped down right on top of it, and that was Evan Francis, the 6-foot, 225-pound junior, and boy, he got lucky there.
That's not what you wanted if you're Collinsville in the least bit. I mean, you wanted that squib tick to go all the way down the field and run all the time off the clock. Now you've got to just make sure you don't give up a big play here because you know Marion's going to try to get the ball in the end zone.
Oh, yeah, well, they've got 2 timeouts to work with as well. 6.9 seconds isn't a ton of time, but you can stop the clock twice if you have enough time to do that.
And surely they've got a trick play in their back pocket.
Yeah, you would think.
Right, this would be the time to use it.
You would think. Callahan Roper will bring his team back out once again. We'll see how they want to run it. They have running backs on either side of his shoulders for Roper, Cologne, and Niemeyer, and Cologne's going to go back to pass. Got plenty of time, steps up, throws the ball down the field, got a man open, but he dropped it. Sam Adkins dropped a sure touchdown inside the 10-yard line right as time expired. So we will go to the halftime locker rooms with Collinsville leading 32-18. Boy, oh boy, that was a fun, touchdown-packed, missed 2-point conversion-packed first half for both of these teams. And now it's time for the halftime show brought to you by Woods Basement Systems, all things basement-y. Woods Basement Systems, working to keep homes dry since 1986. Woods Basement Systems, give them a call at their Collinsville office, 618-708-4055. 32-18 in favor of the Kahawks. Woods Basement System halftime show starts next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations, and now in Marissa, St. Laborie, and New Athens for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs with super low closing costs and low construction loan rates. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121, or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at collinsvilledailynews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Hey, once again, we welcome you back here to Kahok Stadium and the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Time now to take a listen to your Collinsville Kahok High School marching band. Take it away, guys.
Performing their program If a Tree Falls, please welcome to the field your 2024 Marching Kahawks. Drum majors Mila Aviles, Brian Brown, and Gavin Leach. You may take the field in performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Collinsville Kahok Marching Band. I never know when they're done. But I got to get on with the halftime show here, so we thank the Collinsville Kahok Marching Band who finished in second place at a competition in Washington, Missouri last week, and now you can see why. They are pretty good. All right, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll pass along some stats and some halftime scores for you as the Woods Basement System halftime show rolls on here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. 32-18, Collinsville with the lead here on homecoming night. Let's take a look at some of the stats that we have for you. We'll begin with the defensive side of things for Collinsville. Got about 3 guys tied in the tackle department with 2 tackles each on the solo side. Rome Richardson is one of those, along with Kane Wyan. And don't forget about Logan Odell. He has a couple in there as well, and a couple of guys leading in the assist category with 3 each. One of those being Adam Frazier, and the other one, not sure who that one is. So that's what we have for the defensive side of things. On the offensive side of things, how about a little 3-quarterback situation here almost? Chase Reynolds is 6 of 11 for 88 yards. Jake Wilkinson, 1 of 2 for 8 yards. And Zach Priest, how about 1 of 1 for 75 yards and a touchdown pass to Chase Reynolds. So Reynolds also running the ball 12 times for 83 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Rome Richardson also has 2 touchdowns. He's carried the ball 9 times for 60 yards, or 66 yards, excuse me. Amari Rogers-Parrott has 3 catches for 67 yards, and that one catch by Chase Reynolds gave him the other touchdown catch as far as passes are concerned. Ryan Colon, he is on the ground picking up 56 yards on 10 carries and a touchdown. Chase Niemeyer has 32 yards on 4 carries and a touchdown, but he also fumbled the ball a little earlier. And through the air, Callahan Roper is 4 of 8 for 116 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown went to Janarius Thomas. He has 2 catches for 98 yards and that touchdown. Here are your out-of-town scorers that we have for you. Westland over Redbud at halftime right now, 21-7. It is Central, the Breeze Cougars over Roxana, 22-6 in the second quarter. O'Fallon handling Belleville West right now, 13-9 at halftime. Waterloo shutting out Civic Memorial, 41-0 at the half. Belleville East is beating the Edwardsville Tigers by a score of 10-6 at halftime. East St. Louis all over Alton in the first half of that contest, 41-0. Mount Vernon blanking Granite City, but not by a big score, 7-0 is all that lead is for the Rams, and they're still in the second quarter. Also a 7-0 score as Highland is taking care of Triad right now. Triad, I believe, came into the night undefeated. That game at the half. And Althoff picking up where they left off. They are a 33-0 winner at halftime right now over the Mater Dei Knights. And that is a look at your scoreboard and some stats for you. And that's going to do it for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Again, if you have water problems in your house that you need to get rectified, give my friends at Woods Basement Systems a call. They've been doing that thing since 1986. Their Collinsville headquarters is located on Vandalia Street. You can give them a call at 618-708-4055. Back with second half action. Collinsville will get the ball back to start the second half, and the Kahawks are already up 32-18. That comes your way after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Probably the largest purchase you'll ever make. We have 5 agents on our team.
We cover about an hour radius around St. Louis.
We grew up here. We know every town like the back of our hands.
Our job as realtors is helping someone find their dream home, whether it's a family or an individual. We just want to do everything that we can to keep the process as simple and as stress-free as possible for you.
The Blaylock Group, the official realtors of the Kahawk Sports Network and Kahawk Athletics. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Kahok Stadium, just about ready to get second half action underway, as Collinsville will get the ball to start off the second half, with the Kahawks already leading by a score of 32-18. 14-point lead for your Kahawks, as they have once again Matt Reynolds and Loyal Patterson back deep. And once again, Sam Atkins will handle the kickoff responsibilities here for Marion. And the second half action is underway. A nice deep kick off to the side. Matt Reynolds takes it at about the 12-yard line, comes up this near side, cuts it around to the other side. He's going to have a little bit of room, got to get a little bit of a more angle on it, and he gets it all the way up to the 35-yard line. And that is where Collinsville will start their first possession of this third quarter. So we'll see how the Kahawks want to bring out some different formations. We'll see if they want to start off that way here as this second half gets underway. Looks like right now they're going to bring out Chase Reynolds. So looks like more of a familiar setup here for Collinsville, as they'll begin 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line here as we begin the third quarter of play. Not only is Dr. McCluskey fashionably late showing up for games, he's also fashionably late showing up for the second half as well. In motion is Amari Rogers-Parrott. He'll get the fake chip, and it'll be a carry by Chase Reynolds, and Reynolds will get up across the line of scrimmage, and he'll get pushed forward, and then he'll get pushed backwards. Where are they going to mark him down? Looks like he's going to pick up about 3 yards up to about the 39-yard line. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. Well, here comes Dr. McCluskey with his popcorn. He'll be crunching in the microphone here soon. You know, if the man got here early, he'd probably be able to get something food in his stomach. Now he's going to come up here with a bag of popcorn and be doing that. 11-13 left to play and counting here in this third quarter. Reynolds in shotgun once again. Has a man coming into motion. That is Devin Habermill. Habermill will tuck in over on the right side. Handoff goes to Richardson, who tries to follow Habermill, but Habermill got taken out of the play, and Richardson got up to about the 40-yard line if he was lucky, so a gain of about 1 on the play.
Oh, sorry, Todd. I had to go for
I know you did.
my popcorn. They didn't have any on this concession. I had to go to the other one and actually got to run into my old baseball coach, Tommy Roper, father of Callahan.
Nice.
So it's good catching up.
You know, during home games, we have food up here. If you would ever want to show up a little early and get some food in your stomach.
Well, Todd.
He had a bowl of chili while he was in the first quarter. Now he's brought up a bag of popcorn.
Well, you know, I don't want to run out of energy.
Yeah, I hear
right?
you. So I don't understand that play. They forward progress. They were pushing a pile up. Then they pushed him back. Okay, they blew it dead. Okay, I got you. I was busy talking to Chris over here about popcorn.
Yeah. Some good popcorn, by the way.
Yeah. Well, there's some movement. You'll get some of those yards back. Yeah, well, you get all of them back.
That's a big help when you're pinned in your own territory. 2nd and long, all of a sudden becomes 2nd and a lot more manageable.
So the 3-yard carry will actually stand now, as they'll get the ball right back where Richardson ended up, or where Chase Reynolds ended up down. So 2nd down and 7 to go here for Collinsville. Need to get the ball up to the 46-yard line. And in shotgun, the handoff is going to go to Richardson. He cuts it up the middle and has a little bit of room to begin with, and then runs out of it after about 3 yards.
Yeah, I think 2-3 yards on the play. Bring up an important 3rd down. You really, if you're Collinsville, you want to come out and put some points on the board and just keep the momentum in this football game, right?
Oh, yeah, you're up by 2 touchdowns. Being up by 3 would feel a lot better.
It sure would.
So 3rd down and about 3 or 4 to go here for the 1st down. 10-10 left to play here in this third quarter. Reynolds in shotgun once again. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Handoff is going to go to, oh boy, Richardson comes up the middle and picks up another 1st down. That was a big run.
I mean, just keep calling his number, Coach,
yeah.
right? And credit the offensive lineman. We call him the forgotten 5, right? We just don't hear their name on here very often, but those guys are really winning the battle in the trenches for Collinsville right now.
Same formation as Collinsville employs the hurry-up offense. This time they're going to pass the ball over to the sideline. Amari Rogers-Parrott had to pick it up off his shoestrings and found a little bit of running room and might have enough for another first down.
Yeah.
He does, up to the 40.
And that's just a case of somebody athleticisming, if that's a word.
I don't think it is, but we'll go ahead and use it.
You just saw the athleticism of Rogers-Parrott there, right?
Yeah.
He had two guys try to tackle him, and they were there. There's just nothing they could do about it.
Yep, fresh set of downs for Collinsville into Marion territory at the Wildcats' 40-yard line. Collinsville on the move here to open up the second half of play. Here's a snap. Handoff goes to Richardson up the middle. Yeah, it takes a little bit of a step to the left and then gets up to the 35-yard line and blow that play dead.
Yeah, they took
before
a
anyone
while,
gets hurt.
didn't they?
Yeah.
And a Marion player down. Get up, buddy.
Yeah, he was the only one that went down. Everybody else stayed on their feet on that
right,
play.
Right. It took them a long time to blow that thing dead. But there goes Rome Richardson again, man. That's got to be the toughest running 160-pound back in Illinois high school football.
Well, Collinsville needs this win because they're going to have to pick up one more to be playoff eligible, and the next 2 weeks are going to be tough. Kahok has only lost once. That's who we have next week. Triad came into the night undefeated, but they were losing at last check. So these last couple of weeks are going to be rough and tough, man.
Yeah, Triad playing up in Highland. I think they're going to have their hands full with their receiver matchup out there. But, originally I said you want to pick up Mount Vernon, Marion, and Carbondale so that you go 1 and 2. You have to win 1 out of 2 against Cahokia and Triad, and then you're pretty much good for the playoffs. But now you would have to win this one. You'd have to win out to be playoff guaranteed.
Well, last year a couple of teams got in with 4 wins, and if Collinsville can win here tonight, they'll get their 4th one, but I wouldn't want to rest on that. 3rd down and 4 for the Kahawks, and flags on the play. Once again, Collinsville is going to be guilty of a false start.
Well, that'll push them back. Now, the only good news here is
there good news?
Knowing Coach Colton Rhodes, you're probably in 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine so.
So you got 2 shots to try to get 9 yards, I would think.
So 3rd down and 9. Clock continues to move with 8:15 left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Reynolds in shotgun once again. Has Richardson over his left shoulder, and it's a fake handoff to him. Another throw to Rogers-Parrott. He gets around the outside, gets spun up to the 30-yard line. That was a big spin. If they didn't do that, you're probably looking at a 3rd down and about 4 to go. As it stands now, it's going to be 4th and 1.
It's that athleticism. I think they're giving them the first down, Todd.
Are they really? Holy,
I
wow.
think they are, yeah. And that's that athleticism you're talking about. He had a back there, that was where he needed to be.
Grabbed him and threw him up farther. So the Marion defender kind of helped us out there.
Well, and a lot of that's due to Rogers-Parrott's momentum.
Yeah. All right, so a fresh set of downs. Ball at the 30-yard line. Collinsville on the move once again. Only wide receiver out there is Amari Rogers-Parrott. It's going to be a Chase Reynolds keep. He's going to follow Richardson and then takes a step to the left, and he shouldn't have done that. He should have kept going forward.
Yeah, north and south, baby. He took a little stutter step and met a brick wall, so he tried to go back right. Well, by then the linebacking pursuit was there.
Yeah. Gain of a yard on the play, so fortunate enough to get a yard out of it, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Got to get to the 20-yard line for a first down. Clock continues to move. We had a lot of clock stoppage in that first half, but so far here in the third quarter, that clock has done nothing but move.
I'm not mad at that, Todd.
No, not at all. Blues game starts here in about 15 minutes. 7:05 left to play here in this third quarter. Here's the handoff to Richardson. Up the middle he goes. Had a little bit of room, and he's going to have another Kahawk first down.
And career night, how many yards? Yeah, that should be a little late action there.
Yeah.
How many yards does Rome Richardson have? 90 yards on the night, and we just started the second half not too long ago. So can't say enough about Rome Richardson tonight.
Clock continues to move. 6:48 left to play here in this fast-moving third quarter. Collinsville has a fresh set of downs. Ball on the Marion 18-yard line. Kahawks up by 2 touchdowns, looking to make it 3. Here is Chase Reynolds in shotgun once again. Little line shift going on there as Habermill will tuck in as a tight end on the left side now. And bad snap. And Reynolds picks it up, but he's not going to be able to go anywhere with it.
Well, thank goodness he picked that
Yeah,
football
no
up.
doubt.
I mean, that's a bummer. You lose all those yardage, but you turn that ball over, it's a whole different ball game.
Sure is.
So after that Rome Richardson run, PA Derek plays all night long.
Yeah.
Because it's been happening all night long. That was good.
That mattress commercial where they play that too on the.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. How do you sleep at night? Well, I sleep all night long. Some of those commercials crack me up.
That's good.
2 wide receivers on the far, one over here on the near. Richardson, the lone running back, and Reynolds in shotgun once again. Here's the snap. And Reynolds is going to take off running with it. He's got some room. He's across the 20. He's up to the 15, and he's down to the 10-yard line. Going to be close to another first down. Big second down play there.
Senior quarterback Chase Reynolds says, "Don't you worry about it, Mr. Center. I'll make up for your mistake." And that's called picking your buddy up. He got all those yards back and more.
Going to be about 2 yards short, maybe a yard and a half. Well, probably about a half a yard short from that spot over there.
That's just deflating for Marion, right? You know, they're thinking, okay, we got a chance. We got him pinned at first and forever or second and forever. And now all of a sudden it's 3rd and 1.
Rome Richardson up the middle. How about that?
I think you're going to see it.
Yep. Here's the snap. And the handoff goes to Rome, and Rome is going to break free for a touchdown, Collinsville.
Man, have a night. I keep saying it, but have a night, Rome Richardson. And he left 2 Marion Wildcats laying on the turf. Is that Rome's 3rd touchdown?
It is. It is.
3 touchdowns.
I think that puts him over 100 yards as well.
We call that a hat trick, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And that puts your Kahawks up 38-18. That is a momentum killer for the Marion Wildcats.
You are not kidding there, man.
Here comes the Kahawk crazies in the shopping cart. We're playing some I don't want to work. I want to bang on my drum all day.
There's a 2-point try, and Chase Reynolds is in. And Collinsville gets a couple of those missed extra points back. And the Kahawks take a 40-18 lead as we have 4:58 left to go here in this 3rd quarter. And we'll be back with Marion's first possession of the second half right after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Back here at Kahawk Stadium once again, Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. And Doc's over there getting some more chili. That boy needs to eat before he comes here, man. 4:58 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Collinsville takes the opening possession of this 3rd quarter and marches down the field, and they chew up almost, well, over 7 minutes of time on the clock as we have 4:58 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. That was a nice time-consuming clock-chewing drive there by Collinsville. Matt Reynolds ready to kick off. Once again, Max Wade is back deep. They're going to try the other side this time, and it's going to be caught at the 5-yard line by Wade. Wade will bring it up the middle and then try to take a little turn over to the right-hand side. Got a little success out of it and gets up close to the 30-yard line, and that's where Marion will begin their first possession of this second half. They're going to mark him down at the 29-yard line. So Marion will begin their first drive from there. And we'll see what Marion wants to do here on their first possession. Callahan Roper back in there at shotgun, has a single running back standing behind him. Takes the snap, hands the ball off. Up the middle is Niemeyer, and Niemeyer will get it up across the 30-yard line to about the 31 before he is brought down. So a modest gain of about a yard and a half on
honestly,
that play.
Collinsville will give up a yard, 2, 3 on a run. The rest of the night will be just fine. You know, Collinsville has to give up or not give up the big play. Marion, you know, they've got to stick to their game plan, but they got to start thinking about the clock with 4:20 left in the 3rd quarter. They're going to have to score in a fairly timely fashion.
Here's a pass play. It's going to go back behind the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be Niemeyer, and Niemeyer will get wrapped up by Chase Reynolds, and he'll throw Niemeyer into his bench, close to a first down. They might have enough to give it to him.
Yeah, good open field tackle by senior safety Chase Reynolds. And that'll be a first down. So
Should
they'll
be.
Stop the clock to move the chains,
Yep,
I
it will
would
be.
think.
Well, the reason there's only 4:07 left here in this third quarter is how about a 7-minute and 2-second drive by Collinsville there to open up the second half.
Just what the doctor ordered, and play of the drive has to be Chase Reynolds.
Oh, boy. That was a big catch there by Blake Reynolds, and an even bigger tackle by John Thomas. He dove at the feet of Blake Winters and took him down before he could have a chance to get that touchdown.
I'm telling you, John Thomas, again, saves the big play.
John Thomas with a big tackle there. 3:46 left to play. It is enough for a first down right at midfield. Ball sits on the Marion 49-yard line. Roper in shotgun once again. He'll go back, and he's looking to pass it again. He'll do so, and he'll throw it into the ground. And once again, he was targeting Winters with that pass.
Boy, he was, and I tell you what, Winters had a step on Thomas, and credit Montre Kroom pressuring Callahan Roper. And if Callahan had a chance to step into that throw, that probably would have gone for big yardage, but Montre Kroom just said, no, sir.
Yeah. So second down and 10. Clock stops after the incomplete pass with 3:32 left to play. Roper, we're going to play him in shotgun, empty backfield, so wide receivers everywhere on this formation. And there goes a man in motion. That is Cologne, and the throw is going to be caught, and it's going to be Winters once again. He tries a stiff arm, but he's thrown out of bounds by Loyal Patterson. But into Collinsville territory, the Wildcats go.
Collinsville fell for the screen big time. Those guys were like pit bulls going after Callahan, and the lineman did a great job of blocking for 2 seconds, letting them go. Callahan delivers a nice pass. That's good for big yardage for Marion.
Split backs on either side of Roper now, with Cologne on this side, Winters on the other side. The handoff is going to go to Cologne. He'll spin up around the 30-yard line, so a gain of about 4 on the play will bring up a second down and 6.
Yeah, credit Rome Richardson. That running back had a head of steam, and Richardson wrapped him up, and he drug him for a couple yards, but he wasn't going to let him go.
Yeah.
And again, I'm actually fine with this. You know, I mean, you obviously want to stop the ball and turn it over and all that, but if we can just chew clock at this phase in the game, that looks good for Collinsville getting out of here with a win.
Yeah, Marion moving the ball pretty well on this drive. Roper's going to roll out to his left. He's trying to call some directions, and that one is going to be out of bounds. A nice catch there, though, by Janaeus Thomas, but thankfully Loyal Patterson was all over him and didn't give him enough room to stay in bounds.
Beautiful catch, and Janaeus Thomas is pleading that he was pushed out of bounds, but I think that's one of those deals where you just have to let athletes play the game.
There's a flag on the play, too.
I think he picked it up.
Okay.
But, yeah, that was a nice catch. It was just Loyal Patterson was all over him.
Yeah.
And that's where, I mean, look, Loyal's giving up a lot of height out there.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, what is – Thomas is 6'2", and Patterson goes
5'10".
down at 5'10". So,
Yep.
I mean, that's 4 inches.
Yeah. Third down and about 6 to go. Roper back to pass again. He looks to the far side, throws to the far side, and nothing doing there. I think he was trying to target Aiden Pickles, but I tell you what, Zach Priest was all over him too.
Yeah, Zach Priest actually was still behind him. I mean, there was just no shot. And actually, Roper lucky that he threw that ball long enough, because had he underthrown it any, that would have been an interception.
Referees are over here talking in front of Coach Rhodes. Is there a flag that I didn't see? Nope. I don't know what they were talking about, but it brings up fourth down and 6 from the Collinsville 30-yard line. So a big stop here for Collinsville is needed. They want to get the ball back. And again, here comes Roper in shotgun, has Cologne over his right shoulder, wide receiver on the far and the near, double tight end set. And now we have a whistle on the play, and
somebody called timeout.
Timeout called by Marion. So a timeout on the field with 2:38 left to play. Dr. McCluskey's going to suck down some chili over here, and we'll be back after a timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
And once again, welcome you back to Kahok Stadium. We have 2:38 left to play here in this third quarter, and a 4th down and 6 for Marion as they try to pick up this first down and keep this drive alive. And now 2 wide receivers over on the far side. Ryan Colon still the lone running back. High snap. Roper rolls out to his right, takes a throw, and he's got a man open and out of bounds on a nice open field catch there by Sam Atkins, and that'll stop the clock. And we'll move the chains as well.
Callahan Roper connects to keep Marion's hopes alive, because you figure if they turn that one over and Collinsville scores, that's it. But Marion stays alive.
Yeah, right back at it. They don't waste any time. Here's another throw, and on the move, a catch there by Thomas. Loyal Patterson on the tackle right at the 9-yard line, so that'll not be enough for a first down. It'll be a 2nd down and 2 from inside the 10 for Marion.
But it keeps the clock rolling, and got to credit Patterson. I always want to mention good sportsmanship. He helps the Marion receiver up.
Handoff is going to go up the middle, and that is Cologne, and Cologne will get back to the line of scrimmage, and not much more than that.
Nope, that'll just go for a short gain. Marion runs in a play, and one of the Marion Wildcats comes up limping.
That would be Cologne.
Cologne comes up. We'll wish him well. Hopefully he's just a little tweaked and the trainers can get him back in action.
Always like to give a little history when we're doing these things, but there's not much. The first and only meeting last year. Collinsville won that one 57-0. Here's the handoff to Niemeyer. Niemeyer's got some room and almost probably would have been in for a touchdown, but Chase Reynolds was in the way. He was laying on the ground, and Niemeyer kind of tripped over him.
Yeah, no, but it'll go down for a first down, and Marion's going to come right back up, quick snap it, and try to catch. I should have been a false start.
And Niemeyer with another run, but he'll get stuffed right at the 1-yard line and get backed up, so they'll give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Yeah, nice. Collinsville's got some guys on the turf. Nice adjustment there out of Collinsville, because last time, you remember, Marion quick snapped us and caught us off guard and scored, and Collinsville saw it coming that time. And we filled the gaps, threw everybody in the box, and prevented that touchdown.
2nd down and goal from the 1. Split backs. They hand off to Niemeyer again, and Niemeyer this time is going to get in for the touchdown.
Yes, he will. So that's a big conversion for Marion. Took a lot of time off the clock, which is good for Collinsville. We're down here into the last minute of the third period. But that will bring Marion to within 16 points, so you think they're going to go for 2 here.
Well, they haven't been going for 2 all night, but they haven't made one yet.
Well, let's keep that trend up.
We're going to try to do that, exactly. And now we're going to have a formation shift. Looks like they're going to try to kick the extra point, but
that makes no sense.
Yeah, that does not make any sense at all.
See me mathing over here, Todd?
Yeah. So
I think they were confused.
Did they call a timeout?
Yeah, I mean, it's like.
Oh. Oh, so it was an offside call.
Oh.
I got you.
Okay.
So they are going to go for 2 once again.
For sure.
Let's say I think the second time Collinsville has been called for an offside on an extra point try. Thomas over here is the only wide receiver. Niemeyer is the lone running back. Roper stands in shotgun. Here's the snap, and they hand it off to Niemeyer, and Niemeyer didn't get anything.
Didn't get it.
He didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a huge stop out of Collinsville's defense. I mean, monumental stop, because now it's still a 3-score football game.
Man, I tell you what, they can't buy a 2-point conversion here tonight.
Extra teams. Special teams, I mean, on extra points have not been good tonight.
No, they have not. Collinsville is going to get the ball back here with 52 seconds left to play in this third quarter, so we'll just keep it here for this one since we got a commercial break coming up in 52 seconds of game time. We appreciate everyone watching tonight. Hope you're having a lovely Friday evening.
A little Tom Petty coming out of the airwaves on a beautiful Friday night. Great weather and nice crowd here at Kahok Stadium. We went over to LC's. Always appreciate Z and his support for the athletic program and KahokSports.com. Great food. I got to tell you, that's the best fried pickles in America.
Yeah. I always go over there after the games. Before the games, I go over to our other sponsor at 1101 Bar and Grill.
Nice.
Had myself a bacon cheeseburger with some pepper jack cheese on it. Man, this thing was yummy.
Good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. I like to hear that. Now, there's a change of ownership there.
Yeah, there
what
is.
I understand?
Yeah, Mike Reichert gave it up, and new ownership. So Mike, he really didn't want to get in the restaurant business, but he couldn't find anybody else to do it, so he did it, and then he sold it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, his son Matt owns All Pro Tees right over there in the same complex. I got some Kahok swag coming up here soon, just in time for cold weather. I got some hoodies.
I like to hear it.
Yeah.
I like to hear it. Yeah, it's amazing how quickly the seasons are changing, and football season's going to be winding down here.
Onside kick, and I don't know. I think Marion got that. It went across the 50-yard line. Collinsville tried to jump on it, and I think that that was Kane Wyan who tried to jump on it, but it squirted right out from underneath him, and Marion's back in business.
That is the last thing that you can have happen there.
Yeah.
Coach Rhodes is not happy with a young man that's coming off the field. He's asking him, where was the miscommunication? So at any rate, doesn't matter now because Marion gets another possession, still with time left in the third quarter here.
Yeah, Collinsville up by 16, so that's 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions, but they've had trouble with 2-point conversions tonight anyway. The handoff will go right up the middle, and not a lot of room there for Blake Winters to move, but he did get a couple of yards out of it.
Yes, he did, and you wouldn't think that Marion would call a timeout. They'll probably run a play here to get one more play, and then we'll have the end of the quarter and switch sides of the football field.
So second down and about 8 after a 2-yard pickup. Roper back in shotgun once again. He has Niemeyer over his right-hand shoulder. He has Blake Winters right in front of him, and here's the snap. Roper's back to pass. He throws it down the side, and he is looking, but he overthrew his intended receiver, Janaeus Thomas, and that ball was uncatchable. That's probably why there was no flag thrown there, as Loyal Patterson was all over his back.
He was on him pretty tight. I mean, I'll tell you what, one thing about Loyal, he's not giving up any steps.
No.
But that also gives Marion another chance. They're actually using a pretty good clock management here because now they get another play here in the third quarter. And with Marion, you're trying to maximize the number of plays that you get right now because, quite frankly, you're just running out of time already.
Logan Patterson goes off the field, and DeAndre Brown will come in and take his place as one of the defensive backs over here on the near side. So you have to watch out because they might target Thomas once again.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go right back at it.
Yeah. Here's the snap, and he's rolling out to that side, but now Roper's going to roll back to the other side. He'll throw the ball on the run, and he has Winters on a nice reaching grab, and a late flag comes in right after the play ends.
Uh-oh. I wonder if we're going to get a personal foul. He came up pretty excited. If he happened to yell something, that's about the time the flag came in.
Ineligible man downfield.
Oh,
wow.
No.
Yeah, because he didn't line up as a wide receiver. He lined up as a running back. But he was not in the running back position. He was up by the line of scrimmage. So I don't understand.
That's unfortunate,
but yeah,
that was an incredible catch.
Sure was.
I mean, what an athletic play.
I can't believe that flag came in so late for an ineligible man downfield call.
Either. He got up celebrating, and the ref threw the flag. I thought.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct. Yeah.
And you hear the backup beeper blowing out of the. Out of the PA system, backing Marion on up.
That's going to do it for the third quarter. It comes to a close. We have a timeout coming your way. Back with fourth quarter action in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027 or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
3rd down and 3 for Marion as we begin the 4th quarter. We switch sides of the field. Here is Roper back to pass, steps up, throws on the run. He's got a man open, and he gets taken down at the 40-yard line, does Aiden Pickles, and he's going to be a couple of yards short of a first down.
Yeah, nice ball by Roper, but again, credit Romel Ballinger. Nice open field tackle. I mean, these open field tackles in the secondary are going to be huge because you know Marion's going to the air. They have to.
4th down and 3, Marion's going for it. Roper is in shotgun, empty backfield, so wide receivers spread all over the place here for the Wildcats. They need about 2 yards for a first down. Here's a snap. Roper rolls out to his right. He looks, he throws on the run, and he's got a man open down to the 30-yard line on a nice catch there by Sam Atkins. And that'll be enough to move the chains.
But I'll tell you what, Roper's really catching some momentum here. I mean, he's got a high percentage of completed passes here the last couple possessions. But again, if Collinsville just keeps the ball in front of them, keeps chewing clock, we're going to be just fine.
Winters on one side, Cologne on the other. The handoff is going to go to Cologne, and Cologne will get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe pick up a yard. That's about it.
And I'll tell you what, John Thomas just took Cologne down with one hand. Literally was beside him, reached out, and just pulled him to the ground.
Clock continues to move as we approach 11 minutes left to go here in this 4th quarter. And if you're Collinsville, that clock can't move fast enough.
No, that's right. Collinsville's number 74. Cordell Kaufman comes hobbling off the field. Trainer Amanda Bowers is going to tend to him, so hopefully he's okay.
Oh, there's a catch by Thomas right at the line of scrimmage, and he didn't go anywhere.
Dude.
On another nice tackle there by John Thomas.
We keep saying it. John Thomas is playing like a man-child out there.
Roper barely got rid of that ball. He had a Kahok right in his face.
Collinsville's defense has really stepped up. I mean, you know, with Tange out, he's really a key component to that defense, and everybody else has really stepped up tonight and played really good football.
3 wide receivers on the left side, 1 on the right side. The lone running back is Cologne. Roper's out there already directing traffic. Has Cologne over his right-hand shoulder. Roper's going to go back to pass again. He looks down the middle. He throws down the middle, and that's going to be overthrown. Trying to hit Atkins, but he overthrew Atkins by about 10 yards.
He overthrew him, and Atkins was in double coverage anyway.
Yeah.
Ballinger and who's that, Priest?
Priest, yeah.
Were out there all over him. They congratulate each other. They're like, no, not today.
Another 4th down play coming up here for the Marion Wildcats, only this one's not 4th and 2. This one is 4th and 9.
Yeah, 4th and 9. I mean, look. Here comes the big fella. Hey, he can move, though.
I'm telling you.
You know, for almost 400 pounds, he gets himself on and off that football field.
All right, Roper has Winters over his left shoulder, Cologne over his right shoulder. 2 wide receivers left, one or two to the right, one to the left. Roper back to pass again. He's going to step up. He throws the ball into the end zone. He's got Atkins wide open, and he almost bobbled it, but he did catch it, and that's a touchdown.
What did we just say?
I know.
What did we just say? That you got to keep the receivers in front of you. Ballinger just, I don't know if he lost track or just got beat, but Collinsville gets burned, and now all of a sudden, Marion is right back in this football game.
Right
My
now.
goodness, on 4th and long,
Yep.
you let a receiver get 3 yards behind you in the end zone. That is a terribly unfortunate play after such good defense out of Collinsville, but that's all it takes, right?
9:56 left to play, so there's still a lot of time left.
Oh,
and right
it's
now,
a completely different ball
yeah,
game.
right now Marion down by 10. They're going for 2 to see if they can make it 8. They have not had good fortunes on their 2-point conversions tonight, so they go back to a regular formation. They hand the ball off, and this one's going to be no good. Whoa! It looked like for a minute there that Logan Hoffman was in the end zone,
Guess
and all of
who?
a sudden he got pushed out right at the 1-yard line.
Guess who?
Thomas?
No, by a
Ballinger.
160-pound human.
Yeah.
Got denied. I mean, that's amazing, right? You would never think that Rome Richardson could manhandle a guy of that size, and yeah, he just stopped him in his tracks, pushed him backwards. Man, that's a big play because now you keep it at a 2-score game.
Yeah.
Especially after, Yeah, you can't do shoulda, coulda, woulda, but man, you get a stop on that 4th down, and ball game's pretty much over.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you. And right now it's not over. It's just a 10-point game.
Not even close.
And 10 minutes left to go. And Collinsville will bring their offense back out here. You still got to be aware of that onside kick again, though. They burned you with it last time, and that turned into another touchdown. And so you have to be very aware of it and get some good hands people up front, which looks like they are. They got Rome Richardson up front. They got Devin Habermill up front.
Yeah, I mean, you know, with a 2-score game, if you're Marion, you've got timeouts. I could get deep and try to make a defensive stand here.
And a little bit of confusion going on here for Collinsville as they try to get the right personnel out there in the right places. They have no one back deep. Chase Reynolds is back at the 25-yard line. He's the deepest guy back for Collinsville.
I don't like this call out of Marion if they do the onside kick. I just feel like if you give up terrible field percentage or, position, and Collinsville gets a couple first downs and scores, the ball game's over. But if you kick it deep, you make a
drive.
defensive stand, you get the ball back, you've got time to score twice.
Well, let's see if that's what they want to do because, they don't have anybody back deep. So if they kick it deep, it's going to roll into the end zone. Collinsville will get it at the 20. Here is Atkins, and
exactly what
there's
they did.
a flag on the play.
Yeah.
Flag of the play.
Delay a game.
Delay of game. Wildcats.
So that'll back up the Wildcats even farther. And it looked like they were going to kick that one away. It was going to very well go over Chase Reynolds' heads and roll into the end zone. But
I'm surprised Collinsville doesn't send somebody else back here.
Yeah.
I know they don't want to get caught off guard. It's a better safe than sorry thing. I guess you trade field position for possession, right?
Well, now if you try an onside kick and it doesn't work, Collinsville's even closer to the end zone to score.
I don't think you're going to see one
I
now
don't think
because
so
Collinsville's keeping all their guys up. We're not falling for it, and we're just going to hang Chase out to dry.
Yeah, apparently. And that one's going to be off to the left-hand side, and Chase Reynolds has got to at least grab it while it's on a hop at the 20-yard line. He'll take a cut upfield, and he'll be happy to go down near the 25-yard line, and Collinsville will start from there.
Collinsville needs to just get some first downs now. That's the name of the game. Man.
Yep. They chewed up 7 minutes and 2 seconds of the clock to start the third quarter. If they can do that again, well, you're looking under 3 minutes to go. And if you can score a touchdown, you're back up by 17.
You have to get first downs.
Ball control is paramount here.
Ball control. That's right.
So the Kahawks will begin 1st and 10 from their own 24. 9:50 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Reynolds in shotgun once again, has Richardson over his right shoulder. Here's the snap. Richardson's going to get the handoff. He'll go up the middle and put on a couple of steps, and he'll pick up some nice yardage, about 8 on the play, so that'll bring up a 2nd down and 2.
He turned 2 into 8, Todd.
Yeah, sure did.
He was stopped 1 to 2 yards in. Shimmy shakes, side steps. Again, I know I keep talking about it, but he deserves it. You cannot give Rome Richardson enough credit tonight.
Yeah.
He has literally put this offense on his shoulders tonight. 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards.
Yeah. Clock continues to move. 9:20 and counting. Still 20 seconds left on the play clock. I'd use every bit of that play clock.
I would too. And Rome's playing both ways.
Yeah.
He's playing linebacker.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's not player of the game tonight, something's wrong.
2 wide receivers on the far side. Loyal Patterson over here on this side. Richardson, the lone running back. Reynolds back in shotgun again. Here's the handoff. Oh, nope, not a keeper by Chase Reynolds. And Reynolds is going to put on a couple of nice moves. And he's going to get up close to midfield. He'll get exactly to midfield. And a Kahawk first down.
And not only that, but Chase Reynolds just ran Aiden Pickles over. Pickles is 6'3", 200. And Chase Reynolds just what the kids call trucked him.
Yeah.
I mean, put him right on his back. That is a nice, hard-nosed run by Chase Reynolds.
All the way up to midfield. Ball rests on the 50-yard line. 8:40 and counting here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville with a fresh set of downs once again as the Kahawks keep the ball on the ground, trying to chew up as much clock as they can. Amari Rogers-Parrott goes over to the far side as a wide receiver. 2 more over here. That's Loyal Patterson and Matt Reynolds in the slot, but you know this is going to be a running play. Rome Richardson's going to get the handoff. He's going to go off right tackle. He's got a little bit of room. Spins. Flag comes in late after a gain of about 9, but we'll find out if this is going to hold.
It's going to be a hold. Don't pay attention to the 13 that's imprinted in the turf out there.
Yeah. Holding against Collinsville, so that'll bring that play back.
Yeah, the back judge threw that flag real quick. It must have been an obvious hold out there.
Yeah.
He didn't even hesitate.
Flag against the Kahawks.
So instead of the line of scrimmage being at midfield, it's going to be all the way back at the 42-yard line.
Holding in Collinsville, 10-yard penalty. Replaying first down.
Yeah. .805 and counting here in this fourth quarter. Royal Patterson, the only wide receiver over here on this near side. Reynolds has Richardson over his right shoulder this time. And the handoff will go to Richardson. He'll go up the middle, and he'll get met after about a 3-yard gain. He got taken down pretty hard there.
Well, he got pushed backwards, and then number 52, Big Quincy Johnson, just shoved him back forwards again. Rome looked like a ping pong ball
yeah,
out
he sure
there.
did.
He went backwards, and Quincy said, no, you need to go forwards.
Looks like his feet got stuck in the sand, and then somebody pushed him forward like one of those blow-up dolls you used to punch as a kid.
It was. It's exactly right.
So second down and 13 to go here for Collinsville. Ball on their own 47-yard line. This time, Rome Richardson over the left shoulder of Chase Reynolds. And Reynolds will take the snap and hand it off to Rome, and Rome will get back up to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll bring up a third down and 10 after they peel the bodies off of Richardson down there.
Speaking of Quincy Johnson, how about giving that big boy Junior a big shout-out? You know, he's been playing with no ACL.
Ooh.
All year long. The knee blew up. I'm going to give a selfless plug. Our soft wave tissue regeneration machine drove all the inflammation out of the knee. We've treated him with it every week, and he hasn't had a problem. He tells me it doesn't even hurt.
Well, that's nice.
So
good job, Doc. Good job.
Pretty incredible. So he'll have that ACL reconstructed after the season.
6:35 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville doing their job, keeping the ball on the ground and running some time off the clock, but they need a first down now, and it's third down and 10 from the 50-yard line. And Reynolds goes back to pass, then tucks it and runs, and he's going to have enough for a first down and more. He's across the 30, to the 20, down to the 10, gets dragged down from behind, and Collinsville will be looking at first and goal from the 2.
Man, there's senior quarterback Chase Reynolds with another huge play for your Collinsville Kahawks that completely changes the complexion of this football game once again.
47-yard run by Chase Reynolds has Collinsville first and goal from the Marion 3-yard line.
I mean, just when I say Rome's the player of the game, here comes Chase with another huge play. He had the big fourth down play at the end of the first half. So Collinsville certainly came to play some football tonight. For those of you tuning in, you sure have gotten a treat.
Sure have. Been all kinds of fun in this game. 6:15, the clock has stopped.
Still packed.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of times by now it thins out. Not
all
tonight.
Right. There is the first down and goal play for Collinsville with Rome Richardson over the right shoulder of Chase Reynolds. Reynolds is going to keep it. He's going to go in. Touchdown, Collinsville.
Man, what a play. That series, Chase Reynolds puts Collinsville's offense on his shoulders. Here come the Kahawk Crazies with the CHS flags and the purple shopping cart. That puts Collinsville up 46-30 with 6:10 left in the fourth quarter.
Wow, wow, wow. How about a score? And you chewed about a good 3.5 minutes off the clock as well. 2-point try for Collinsville. Rome Richardson's in. 2-point conversion good. And the Kahawks extend that lead out to 48-30.
That is just what the doctor ordered. No pun intended, Todd. Collinsville back in business in the driver's seat after getting put up against the ropes a little bit there after giving that last touchdown. But all of a sudden, Collinsville put themselves right back in a position to win this football game.
That they did. Marion's going to get the ball back after we come back from a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Back here at Kahawk Stadium, Todd Duke is my name. Dr. Chris McCluskey On the other microphone, got all kinds of guys helping us out here in the booth. Zach Roseman keeping track of defensive stats, and Andy Sullins keeping track of the offensive stats for us. See, we get that when we're at home. We don't get that kind of help when we're on the road.
No, this is nice, man.
Yeah.
They even brought, a buffet for us up here.
Oh,
Todd.
yeah, always. Here's the kickoff. It's going to take a weird bounce, and at the 13-yard line, it's taken there by Max Wade. Wade is going to turn the corner over on the far side. He's got some room, cuts it back the other way, and a reach-out tackle over there by Collinsville's. I think that's Zach Priest looking for the number. No, that was
the kicker. That was Matt Reynolds.
That was Matt Reynolds, yeah. Matt Reynolds saved a touchdown.
Well, what happened was they ran a fake reverse. It sucked our contain guy down inside, which is exactly what it's designed to do. It gave their back the edge, and thank goodness. That's a little Pat McAfee style play right there out of Matt Reynolds.
All right, so good field position here for Marion. They're at their own 44-yard line. They trail by 18 points. So they're going to have to score in bunches here. And there goes Roper down again. And the second sack of the night by Aiden Jordan for Collinsville.
Man, that I tell you what, you can just feel the air coming out of the sails, or the wind coming out of the sails for Marion. They were feeling pretty good after that last touchdown, but Chase Reynolds, figuratively speaking, punched him in the jaw with that long running touchdown. Then we give up a big sack. I got a feeling Collinsville is going to slam the door right here, Todd.
Well, if Chase Reynolds punched him in the jaw, Aiden Jordan kicked him in the head while they were down on the ground.
Figuratively speaking,
yeah,
folks.
Figuratively speaking. There was a pass, a little dump off into the flats, and a nice piece of running there up to the 50-yard line, and I believe that was Cologne who caught that ball, and he'll pick up a first down.
Well, and I'll tell you what, you didn't see in the Mount Vernon game that you're seeing tonight is Collinsville's defensive backs are open field tackling. Chase Reynolds was one-on-one with that guy. He got as low as he could possibly get and was going to make sure that receiver was coming down. That was a beautiful open field tackle by Chase Reynolds.
3rd down and 5 after that play, and here is Roper in shotgun once again. He's going to pass back behind the line of scrimmage to Cologne. Cologne puts on a little stutter step, but Devin Habermill says, nope, not today.
Oh, man, he shook his shoulders a little bit. He gave a little shimmy, shimmy shake because, yeah, they tried to shake him, and Dev says, no, sir.
Got a couple of yards on the play, but that was headed for a first down at least if Devin Habermill doesn't make that tackle.
That's a Devermill play right there.
Yeah, there you go, Devermill.
Yeah, when he's dozing people, he's D9 dozer, but when he's out in open field finessing people, that's Devermill.
4th down and 3. Roper throws, and it's complete right at the first down marker, so that is going to be a first down for Marion. That'll stop the clock momentarily here with 4.5 minutes to go while they move the chains.
Yeah, another good open field tackle, though, that time out of Romel Ballinger. Safety out of Collinsville. So you got to like to see all this open field tackling. Now we've got an extra back there in Rogers Parrott.
There's a throw on first down. Oh, boy.
Baby.
That was almost picked off by DeAndre Brown. He did everything but catch it.
Yes, he did. That was a ill-advised throw out of Roper, and he got away with one there.
Yeah, he's made some pretty good decisions back there tonight, actually.
He really has. He's played a good football game. And he's had a couple guys just drop wide open passes.
Yeah,
he'll be back. Taking a couple touchdowns away from him.
He'll be back there at quarterback next year when we take that long drive down to Marion next football season. Here's the snap. Roper back to pass again. Oh, boy, he was getting pressured from the other side. And a big completion there and a nice open field run afterwards by Chase Niemeyer. And that's going to move the chains, and Marion wants to do a little hurry-up offense here, as they are down by 18 points, which means they're going to need 2 touchdowns plus 2 two-point conversions just to get back to within 2.
Well, there's enough time to do it. So Collinsville doesn't need to let down their guard. They need to play till the –
Nope.
Oh, man.
It's back behind the line of scrimmage. You might want to run for that ball, and the referees are going to blow it dead because Colton Rhodes is down there going, somebody get the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was an incomplete pass, Todd.
I don't know either, man. That was back behind the line of scrimmage for sure.
At any rate, that'll bring up – it'll stop the clock, number one, because they'll call it an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
And that'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Marion deep into Collinsville's territory.
Yeah, at the Kahawks' 21-yard line, you have Cologne over the left shoulder and Niemeyer over the right, but they're not going to run the ball. A pass, and a catch, but
Did
just
he catch
as
that?
just as he
My
was falling
goodness.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Thomas who caught that ball just as he fell down, so that's going to keep the clock moving. And
Nice
the
catch.
Wildcats do have 2 timeouts left. It'll bring up a third down and about 6 to go for the first down here for Marion. As Niemeyer this time remains the lone running back. Roper throws it into the far corner, and that's a catch by Thomas. That's a touchdown.
That is not what Collinsville wanted to have happen. Beautiful ball up top out of Roper's hands to number 11, Junius Thomas, the 6'2", 190-pound junior out of Marion. And that gives Marion a shot if they convert this 2-point conversion. If Collinsville can make a stand here and keep these 2 points off the board, it's much more unlikely that Marion has a chance. If Marion converts this, once again, we have a whole new football game time.
Yeah. Be a 10-point game. And here is Roper. He has a man coming into motion. 2-point conversion try is going to go up the middle, and finally they make one work.
You got it. So now you can just about count on an onside kick out of Marion.
I would think so.
So Collinsville hopefully will do their thing and retain possession, and we'll see what happens.
Man, oh man, I tell you what, this has been a game of attrition here for Collinsville.
My goodness.
Pablo Booth-Navich scored a goal to give the Blues a 1-0 lead, but Vegas comes right back less than a minute later. Jack Eichel scores and ties it up, so Vegas Knights and the St. Louis Blues are tied 1-1 early in that contest.
I'm looking for a San Diego Padres win, and it looks like they're down 0-2 in the bottom of the 8th, so things not looking good for San Diego. They're going to have one more chance at Dodger Stadium, and that's a tall order.
Yeah, it is. I've been rooting for Mike Schilt.
Me too.
Ever since he got
Me too.
unceremoniously let go here.
So have I. Not only that, we had Parents Weekend up at Illinois Wesleyan, and one of Cole's new teammates' father played at San Diego State. Grew up in San Diego. He's a big Padres fan, so he and I had a good time watching the Padres together up there. Schilt,
All right.
Schilt kind of makes me a fan, and him living out there made him a fan. And but unless there's magic in the 9th inning, it'll be the end of the road for the Padres. But here we go back here at Kahok Stadium.
All right, the good hands folks are up at the 50-yard line for Collinsville, anticipating an onside kick, and they're not going to get it. It's going to be a little pooch kick, and that one is going to roll right into the hands of Chase Reynolds, and he'll step out of bounds at the 20. Thought for a minute that ball might take a kick over and go out of bounds, which would have been a penalty and given Collinsville pretty good field position. But right now, Collinsville's job is just to run out the clock.
Trying to figure out that strategy. I guess they're thinking that their defense can get a stop, a quick score, and then go for the onside kick because they do have timeouts. So, I mean, they're right. Collinsville does have to get, at least 2 or 3 first downs here, right?
Yeah. But Kahok's have been doing a pretty good job of chewing up the clock here in this second half. That first drive in the third quarter was 7 minutes and 2 seconds. The last one took about this much time off the clock, 3.5 minutes. So Collinsville probably content with running the ball some more as Chase Reynolds is in there with Rome Richardson over his left shoulder. Here's the snap. Handoff is going to go to Richardson. Richardson up the middle, and he's close to a first down, picked up 9. That'll be a 2nd down and 1 coming up for the Kahawks.
I mean, he's like the Energizer Bunny tonight. You just give Rome the football and watch him go.
Yeah, man, you just got to keep on using that play clock to your advantage because right now we have 3:10 left and there's 27 seconds left on the play clock.
Marion's going to have to start calling timeouts.
Yeah, they only have 2 left.
I know, but you got to use them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 2 play clocks is, minute and 20 seconds?
Yeah.
You know, you got to score twice. So, yeah, I think Marion's making a mistake here out of not using their timeouts.
We'll see what happens after this play. I'm sure they're going to wait until Collinsville maybe picks up the first down. It looks like they just did with Rome Richardson picking up about 4 yards on that play. So the chains will move. Clock momentarily stopped until those chains get planted. And I would imagine that whatever happens after this play, Marion's going to have to start using those timeouts.
Yeah, well, clock actually never stopped. Neither did the play clock.
2.5 minutes to go. Play clock at 20 seconds. Chase Reynolds has been doing a good job, leaving only a couple of seconds on that play clock here as the clock continues to move in Collinsville's favor. 1st and 10 from their own 32. Reynolds is in shotgun, still 8 seconds left on the play clock. Reynolds has Rome Richardson to his left, and he'll hand the ball off to Rome. And, boy, Marion's trying to strip that ball out of there, but not successful.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
their only
2-yard gain. And after a 2-yard gain, you'd figure that's when they're going to start using a timeout.
It's almost like they've just conceded. And,
Now they're going to call a timeout.
Okay, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they just wasted about 9 seconds of clock time on that timeout call.
Wasted about a minute and a half is what they wasted.
Yeah.
You know, I know on that play, but in general, I'm thinking, what are you doing?
Yeah, I hear you there. We'll go ahead and keep it here for this timeout as we are slowly approaching the end of the fourth quarter. Collinsville is up by 10 points, 48-38, 151. There's been a lot of touchdowns in this game.
That's perfect because I just had my last bite of chili, Todd.
Well, there you go.
It was delicious, man. Big Andy down there bringing in the chili. Rolling deep with the chili recipe. That stuff's delicious, Andy.
Yeah. Yeah, when I walked into the booth, I handed Chris Keller an extension cord because those crock pots always come with extension cords that are like a foot and a half long.
How are you supposed to plug it in anywhere?
We got 2 crock pots at home that have the same length. I'm like, what in the world?
I know.
So I gave him the extension cord, and I tell you what, 5 minutes after he plugged it in, this whole booth smelled like chili.
Oh, man, that's delicious.
Yeah. All right, 2nd down and 8 for the Kahawks. 1:51 left on the clock. Marion has only 1 timeout left. Rome Richardson is tucked in there on the left-hand side of Reynolds, and it's going to be a keeper by Reynolds. He needs to hold on to that ball is what he needs to do, and he'll get it out close to midfield. He'll be brought down. That's a 1st down, and that might just do it.
That'd be ball game right there, Todd. That's all she wrote, my friend.
Marion can only stop the clock one more time, and even if they do, there's not going to be enough time for them to score twice.
No, I don't think you're going to see them stop the clock. I think they're going to be ready to get on that bus. They've got a long ride home.
Yeah, we'll have to take that long ride next year. Got a lot of long road trips next year, man. We got to go to Centralia, got to go to Marion, got to go to Mount Vernon.
Ooh, baby.
I know.
You think they'd stagger those.
That's what I said, too.
This year was nice. But
yeah, the only long trip we had this year was to Carbondale.
Right.
So I think you need to do 2 of those trips every year instead of 3 next year and 1 this year.
Right. Yeah, Collinsville lined up in the victory formation. You got to love to see the Kahawks in their victory formation. And looking sharp, and they're all purple. They're purple helmets. Some of the guys are already shaking hands with the Marion guys. A lot of good sportsmanship out here tonight. Both teams played hard. What an exciting football game.
It was. It was very entertaining.
I think this is the most exciting overall in general football game I've seen this year.
And a big win on homecoming night, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Got to love it when that happens.
Yep. Stadium's still full. Student section's full. College kids back in town. What a night.
One more kneel down. There it is, and that will do it, folks. There's not enough game clock left on the scoreboard here, and that's going to do it, and that's going to send us into our post-game show, brought to you none other than Dr. Chris McCluskey and Chiropractic Works. Take it away, Doc.
Thank you, Todd, Dr. Chris, and now Dr. Kirsten Daly at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, located on the Beltline Road. Our mission is to help as many people live as high a quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. Give us a call at 618-343-3602 or find us at www.chiropracticworkscollinsville.com.
All right, sir. Well, we got a couple more games left in this season to wrap up a playoff spot, and then most likely we'll go on the road, but have your fingers crossed. We might get one more of these. If not, I'll see you for basketball season.
You got it, buddy. Thanks for having me. As a pleasure, as usual. We appreciate you.
All right, that is Dr. Chris McCluskey, and time now to move in to the post-game show, and that's what's coming your way next, the Chiropractic Works post-game show right around the corner here on the Kahok Sports Network.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an Invisired lipolaser machine. The Invisired machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The Invisired technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we'd be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that Invisared offers.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an Invisared lipolaser machine. The Invisared machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The Invisared technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that Invisared offers.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show. Collinsville improves to 4-3 on the year after a 48-38 win on homecoming night here at Kahok Stadium. And joining us now, offensive coordinator Drew Cordes. That was a nice game. That was a fun game to watch, man. Very exciting.
Fun game to watch, especially from the offensive side. It just shows that we do have potential. We have a lot of potential offensively, and we kind of showed it today. Chase being able to throw the ball a little bit better today. He was a lot more confident in his dropbacks and in finding his receivers. And our offensive line did a really good job of down blocking, pulling, doing whatever we needed him to do. Gave Chase a good pocket, gave Jace his good pockets when he was in there. And I think we we just finally had that well-rounded game that we needed offensively that we've been looking for all year.
Yeah, Chase Reynolds on the ground, 21 carries, 174 yards, 3 touchdowns. Rome Richardson, 21 carries also, 131 yards, and another 3 touchdowns. Those guys tag team the running game all night long.
They do. It really helps having that good line because we continue to tell our line there's not too many teams that are going to be bigger than you. You just got to want it more. You got to drive it because you get those 2 in the open space. You get those 2 past that first level. They're either going to lower their shoulder and get those extra yards, or they're going to break a tackle and continue to run just like they did today and they've done all year pretty much. We just got to continue to get past that first wave, and our offense is really tough to stop.
All right, another big play in this game was that big fake punt, man. 17-yard first down run by Matt Reynolds. That was huge.
Yeah, right before half. I know we were up, I think we were up a score, and we were actually looking to pass it on that, but Matt made a good heads-up play and took off on the other side. Without that, we don't score that touchdown. Then we get the ball back, and then we have that double pass with Priest to Chase, and all of a sudden, it goes from 20-12 to now we're up 32 to whatever it was, 32-18. I don't remember the score exactly. I just know they couldn't really stop our offense, and it was great to see.
Yeah. All right, so that Wilkinson to Priest to Reynolds play, what do you call that?
We call that double trouble left.
I love the name of that one, double trouble left.
If you remember, we actually we ran that one before last year.
Yeah.
Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
I think it was actually Chase that threw it to Ryan McIntyre last year.
Yeah, that was fun stuff to watch, man. And you talked about Chase Reynolds through the air tonight, looking a little bit better there. He went 8 of 13 for 108 yards. No touchdowns, man, but that's a pretty good chunk of change. So you take his running yards, Richardson's running yards, and those passing yards, and you guys are almost at 400 yards.
That's what we like to see. Really, we just need our passing game to be a threat. We know we're a run-first team. Everybody we play knows that we're a run-first team. But when our passing game's not hitting the correct way that we need it to, that's when they start to pack the box. That's when they start to get ultra aggressive at the front line, and that's when our run game starts to stall out. We keep them honest on the pass game. Our run game opens up. It's kind of like a 50-50. We got to have one to get the other, and today we had them both going, and that's why we put up 48 points.
Yeah, Amari Rogers, the Parrot, had 5 catches for 87 yards, and he got a lot of those 87 yards by making some good moves and making guys miss.
That is like that is the basis of our offense. A lot of run plays we do tag some quick passes like that. And we're just going to take what the defense gives them. We always try and tell our quarterbacks that we split the field in thirds, and we either go left, we go middle, we go right, and we like to decide which side we like the best. And today they didn't want to guard Amari for some reason. They thought that playing 6-8 yards deep, that was just going to work out for him, and we just kept throwing quick pass, and he's getting his first downs, he's getting his big yards that we need, and then all of a sudden they start to cheat out a little bit, and we just run it up the middle.
Yeah, I know you're the offensive guy, man, but how about Aiden Jordan? A couple big quarterback sacks tonight.
I'd love to see it. Aiden Jordan is he was not one that he didn't play his freshman year, came out his sophomore year, and he's just got the biggest smile, he's got the best personality, and to see him succeed is awesome because that kid gives it all to this program and gives it all. He loves football. He loves his game. He loves his Kahok brothers, and it was awesome to see him have some success out there tonight.
All right, man. Not over yet, dude. You got a couple of tough ones coming up, and it begins next week with Cahokia, who came into tonight's contest. I think they've only had one loss. Triad came into tonight with no losses, but they were losing at last check to Highland. So let's just talk about next week right off the bat here. We'll worry about Triad later. Cahokia is going to be tough at their place.
It's going to be a tough game. We kind of backed ourselves in a corner, but I remember saying last year that you get to 3-3 in week 6 and you go into week 7, you got to win. It's playoff football from here on out. You lose, you never know what's going to happen. We got lucky at 5-4 last year. We don't want to leave it to luck anymore. We want to go out. We want to win this week and make sure that we get playoff eligible, and then we want to go into Triad the week after and clinch the official playoff spot. But we just got to take it one week at a time. We'll enjoy this one, but it's playoff football from here on out, just like it was last year at this time.
Thanks, sir. We'll see you at Cahokia next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, that is Drew Cordes, the offensive coordinator here as Collinsville wins tonight 48-38, and that is going to do it for us. A big thank you to head coach Colton Rhodes joining us in the pregame show. Drew Cordes again just stepping out of the booth after the postgame show. And another big thank you to Zach Roseman and Andy Sullins keeping track of the stats for us. So the next time you'll see us on the football field will be next Friday at Cahokia, but we have a couple of big soccer matches coming up this week on the Kahok Sports Network. We'll be at O'Fallon on Tuesday for the final Southwestern Conference match of the year against the Panthers, and then we'll be back here at Kahok Stadium on Thursday for the Paz Cup as Granite City comes to town, and that'll happen 4 days before we have to go to Granite City and take on the Warriors in the regional semifinal. So we'll get our first look at Granite City together on Thursday before we face them in the regional semifinal on the following Tuesday. So we have all that and coming up next week, and hope that you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Another big thank you to Dr. Chris McCluskey joining us on the other microphone. My name is Todd Duke, and until Tuesday night, everybody have a fantastic weekend.